All right. We have the full board. We have Kyle Hamilton, Scott Pound, and Allison Maynard. Let's start the meeting 1 o'clock. First is public comment. No.
Invitation to be a part of the game. I really like got a lot of wonderful library work. But this library really stuck. So my brother that I felt so compelled to come here. So I appreciate this opportunity a lot. Thank you.
You appreciate having you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice.
All right. Next on the agenda, we have prior meeting minutes, which we need to make a motion to amend. So, what was the exact?
Okay, it was
Do you
under,
want to make the motion?
I can make the motion that, in the minutes of September 16th, the fiscal year 20, under new business, fiscal year 2026-27 budget was discussed. Alice and Roger Richard will be meeting to present budget to Board of Trustees at October meeting. We are not doing that today. It's not on the agenda. So this needs to be amended. Yep.
November meeting.
Yes. All second. All in favor?
Is there more still?
No.
We also had adjusted the code for the executive session.
That was already adjusted before, wasn't it? Well, that's gonna be as it is, because that's what we
As it
did
is.
it as.
Okay, this one
Okay.
it says,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so this one's correct.
Mhm.
As
All in
stands.
favor?
Okay.
I
Opposed? Passes unanimously. All right. Now, do we want to make a motion to approve of this? Since we've amended them.
I'll make a motion to approve the amended minutes as stated previously.
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor?
I
Opposed? Passes. Next up, we have financial reports. Let's start with the balance sheet.
Literally just close that back. That's it. It's a good place to sit it this week.
All right.
Budget versus actuals or?
This is
Balance sheet.
Balance sheet, yeah.
I just showed up.
There we go.
First on the agenda, so.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, come on, in between. What did I do?
I don't know.
Oh, this is the second page.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So I had a
I didn't
question.
realize it was 2 pages.
Under bank accounts, why is there equipment furnishing service and maintenance under a bank account?
That's a very good question. It's
It's under the wrong category.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
could be under fixed assets and then
Yeah.
it would pop up in the right place.
Popped in there this time. I don't remember seeing it there.
It wasn't there last time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It may-
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure
Good
that's
catch.
correct,
Yeah.
because if people are asking, we don't want
Yep.
them to be like, what the heck?
I'll talk with Carl.
Yeah, which would also change the total for bank accounts.
Yes.
We have also gotten our bi-yearly distribution from the town since this.
Mhm.
Okay,
Um,
know approximately how much that is.
about $134,000.
Okay.
That's the one that just came in.
Mhm.
Minor thing, the dental, I know that gets paid back, right? The dental,
That comes directly out of Ellis's paychecks.
and it has,
Yes.
okay. I guess it's confusing to have it on here and then it's not like shown
Yeah,
that it's coming back. I believe you. I just, for our financial point of view.
I'm sorry, what was that? I missed it.
Just that we have dental
Yeah,
as
the
an
dental.
like an expense
Yep.
going out, but it's being paid back, but out of a paycheck, but we're not seeing that on here. I don't know if that's worth
Okay.
fixing or not.
I'm sorry, which line are you looking at there?
right under
My bad.
226.
Highlighted green.
Oh, dental. Good question.
There's gotta be a way to add something there. just so we can see that as an
Because it
income.
is on its paychecks.
Okay,
Or in the receipts, I noticed that too.
but it just
It's like
shows us a
$13.
liability, so.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
show the money
Yeah.
coming back in our accounting.
It's like $13 is,
So how do we,
I'll talk with Carol and see
Okay.
how that got there and where it belongs.
Great.
Yep.
send you any?
No.
No?
No.
what is the unexpected grants? We ask the same question sometimes monthly.
Yeah,
It's either courier service or the fiber grant.
Okay, great.
I'm not sure which one. It's probably the fiber.
well,
There should be more.
I thought it said unexpected grants.
I thought,
I might have said that.
Surprise, thank you. I don't know where it came from. It was on the thank you note.
oh, you know what? Is it, how much did we get from the Rotary? for-
500, I think.
Okay. Then it wouldn't be that one.
That was another question I had, which was random. So we got a grant from the Rotary. It
Yep.
looks like, I don't even know. We must have known. You must have told us that. I don't know.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
for,
but,
It
with
was for the
Henry's
CPR?
report.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does she have like monthly CPR classes she's taking?
No, she did a one-time course and then she is getting qualified to teach the state sitter
yeah,
course.
So that's
So-
another expense.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, but
I
everything,
just saw the one in there, which is
yeah,
lower.
yeah, everything should be covered under that Rotary.
Okay, cool.
Have any other questions on the balance sheet, if anyone else does?
And just the usual, the budget surplus, and
Yep.
like, what exactly is that?
Can I ask it's a stupid question, but unemployment, like I always thought unemployment was taken out of checks, but it's not, is it? Because I looked at mine and I don't have unemployment taken out.
no, unemployment is an employer
It's
expense.
just an employer
Mhm,
expense. Oh,
Got that right, don't I? It's been a
Yeah,
while
you
since,
do.
it's been a while since
You
I've.
do.
is that a recording for everyone to listen
Ooh,
to?
that's the
There
payroll.
you go.
Carol does. it.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
internal.
Yeah, it's internal, yeah.
And does Vermont have paid family and medical leave yet? I think
No, it's not paid.
like where it comes out of your check to go into a state funded FMLP. Okay, not yet. Okay.
All right.
We do have a daycare.
Connecticut and Massachusetts. So I've worked with a number of different states, so I've always got to remember what state I'm.
Yeah.
There's a very small one for daycare, but that's.
Okay.
Any other questions on the balance sheet?
Nope.
All right. Let's move on to profit and loss.
Put in loss, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Line 5320 on the expenses,
charges.
bank charges, what charges are?
That was the.
Well, there was a
yeah,
credit card payment made on the due date,
yeah.
but
Okay,
it didn't post until the day after.
okay,
So, and Ally's gonna be talking.
I'm gonna,
about-
yeah, as soon as,
She went to the bank and paid on the day it was due, but they didn't post it until the day after, which is why they gave us the late fee. So she's
Okay.
gonna
don't
talk to them.
worry, I'm on the.
go all, pull out Karen.
Release my inner Karen.
Cut
As
your
soon
hair
as I-
short and.
As soon as I have the check signed for next month's credit card, I'll go to the bank and I'll
Okay.
pay the credit card bill. And I will
Wonderful.
yell at them,
Good. I'll back you up, I'll just.
stand
Height
outside.
and just- Get some
Chain.
brass knuckles.
It's gonna hit the bank.
Yeah.
It says cost of goods sold on that one line, it just throwing me off, is that just a
That's a QuickBooks,
fun
mean-
little thing that they likes to do? Okay.
yeah,
Zero. Cost of
Yeah.
goods sold on that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
zero.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, it's just one of those things like, was that supposed to go somewhere else?
No, that becomes an issue because it's sort of a generic accounting system.
Yeah.
It's, if you were in a retail world,
I got you.
you sort of segregate out the cost of what you
Yep.
bought and sold as opposed to your overhead and all that other stuff. Sort of a non-issue for us.
Anything else? I think seems pretty straightforward. Any other
No.
questions?
That looks
Nope. All right,
pretty good, simple.
move on to the favorite one.
And this is the one that I promised I would get to with Carol, and I haven't. What Carol and I were gonna sit down and do, and my life's been sort of a bit of a turmoil, and I'll either catch up with her or you and I will be doing some work. Within QuickBooks, there is a way, you're probably more familiar with it, Carol really wasn't. When you're doing the budgeting, to put line items in specific time spots as opposed to just spreading it, which makes the budget versus actual at any given point in time so much more meaningful. Right now, our budget to actual always looks like it's insane because everything just gets spread by month.
Right.
And that's not how expenses.
Well, I
at all.
noticed your P and L, for the month of September had a $15,000 deficit.
Right,
So, I mean, that's the P and L. So
Right.
that's telling me that your income sources come in.
absolutely. And
Specific
we got half of our income
Yeah,
this week.
Right.
Comes in
Right.
in big chunks.
So I could see from
Yeah.
a budgeting
Yeah.
standpoint
Yeah,
why you.
and that's what I want to do with Carol. I just couldn't, I dropped the ball on that one. That's entirely mine. So the percentages, the information is accurate, but its meaningfulness is
Kind of lost.
kind of lost.
I got you.
And I really think that we can get to where this will be useful information for us by getting things that we show as, 100% off just because
Timing.
there are things that hit at specific times. I don't think we had anything, Ally, uniquely out of the ordinary, and we didn't have any big surprise
in September?
anythings.
No,
No.
because of Baker and Taylor going out of
Yeah.
business, we have spent very little money on books and
Right.
materials this month. Um,
But we'll probably end up making up for that.
Mhm.
this, hopefully October will,
Yeah.
hopefully
Yep.
by next week, we'll start seeing books.
Are we all aware that Baker and Taylor is?
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, it's in my
Yeah.
report.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get a
So-
chance to
so-
read that
So
yesterday. so I apologize.
stuff that's been ordered, we're never gonna get and has been canceled. So we just haven't been spending any money on materials because we haven't had anybody to get it from.
It's a company that sells books. Yeah. The staff development hit this month was that Kendra's,
That was the Fairy Tale Festival.
Oh.
We put some of that, like the cost of food and shelter into that. So the hotel room that we had, and the food that we ate
Okay.
during that weekend
Okay.
for the three of us.
Sure.
We also did get a check from the town of Killington to help us recoup some of that. I
Oh,
think
good.
gave us $300. But we didn't get the check until after
Okay.
we participated, so.
Just a question about staff development. When you do whatever it is, a conference you go to or
Yeah.
this thing, and then staff are paid for that time too. So like
Yes.
for this project, we had 3 staff members being paid to go
Mhm.
to that. Does that come out of the staff development budget?
The
Part
that
payroll.
payroll is for the
Maybe
hours
payroll
worked.
goes up higher than normal. So
Yeah, depending on what happened, it balances out. Like I think I'm salary, so I don't get any extra money for going. Janet, I think claimed 8 hours. So
But Kendra was 8 plus 8 for Friday.
yes, yeah. So,
Just curious how that
Yeah.
worked because that is a part of it kind of.
Yeah.
We're budgeting enough money then, you know, for staff versus,
That's what we went back to at the last meeting, is that, we kind of
feel good about
work
it.
it out. I feel fine
Yeah.
about it. 16 hours is not of the world.
We don't need to take it out of that thing. We'll take it out of a category, out of a different category.
That $300 should cover food
Wages.
and hotel. The hotel we stayed at
Oh,
was,
boy.
was not a nice hotel.
Oh. No names. Being recorded.
It
Oh,
was,
boy.
it was not that cheap, but it was on the cheaper side. We didn't realize it was also Oktoberfest weekend at Killington. So, it was
Yeah.
quite competitive and expensive.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah,
Oktoberfest can be a loud weekend anywhere.
yes. The kids all seem so
Yeah.
fairy tale festival, so that was
It's,
Meanwhile, at Mount Snow, there's pretzels
Yeah.
all over the ground.
the
Where
kids will get to that.
else?
It's funny, I'm dropping Melody off at daycare and it's just like pretzels and broken beer steins
Ew.
and glasses everywhere. And I was like,
That's so gross.
It's like,
It's inappropriate.
Jog my memory, Ally, what goes into professional services, 5321?
That's a good question. Professional services,
Therapies,
yes, and Carol.
Carol.
Oh, okay, Carol.
Programming, it looks like I'm guessing this is different because you said there've been donations this summer, but it looks like their programming budget is used up. 5316 a year.
start at the top here. Okay. Sorry.
That is
For the month of September, as of we're up for the
definitely
year too.
not accurate.
I know you said like with the line dancing, there are a lot of donations, but again, like it's hard for us to see that.
Yeah, and it doesn't. We don't put it right back into where it came from. Why can't it go to the previous page? That is not accurate as like according to what I have in my numbers. I will check it out with Carol and see.
I mean, there was a lot that went out, I guess, so, but you said some donations in.
There was no, we spent 6,500 in the last 3 months.
Well,
Yeah.
the line dancing was a lot every month. Donations came in for it. I mean,
It
it
was
was,
like 150.
yep,
Yeah.
per day.
Yeah, it
Oh,
will.
4 times a month times
Yeah.
3 months, maybe
Yeah.
4 months. I think it started in June, July, I guess, September.
Mm.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
But she said people were almost covering the cost for it.
Yes.
So. Plus, I mean, yeah, if you went through the records, there was like, a lot of the programs do actually cost a lot of money. So
Yeah.
it's a big time for programming in the summer.
For
So
sure.
hoping we have some for the
Mm.
rest of the year.
Ally, we've got a lot of room left in the public relations budget. What is that, what typically goes in there, Ally?
Ads in the
Newspaper.
newspaper, MailChimp, fees,
Mhm.
What's MailChimp?
the newsletter.
It's this little guy that comes in once a week.
A little hat, little accordion. Thanks.
Well, so
What's going on at the library this month?
We're all in a mood today.
Yeah.
I guess go back over it and see what you have and
Yeah, I'll see.
Yeah.
There's gotta be something that is not right, because according to my records, I still have $1,700 left. Category. So,
Do your records account for the donations?
No.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Something might have been put in the wrong. line.
yeah. Well, she doesn't naturally go in and assign the donations to a category.
Yeah.
So, what happens is when we get a donation, it just kind of goes into a general
General fund, yeah.
fund. So, even though you see that we spent $700 or $600 on line dancing last month, which is actually what we spent on line dancing last month, we also probably made $500 in donations for that. But that doesn't,
Reflecting quick.
yeah, in that
I
report.
guess
it's not
where
gonna-
is that on our paperwork on donations?
Yes, that's what I was just looking for. Is
Can
there,
we see what the donations were for,
Mhm.
July,
Absolutely.
August, September?
So the actual donations in, for year to date, because July, August, September is year to
Right.
date, have been,
159. I'm assuming that's that's the general.
yeah, that's general fund.
that's remaining. So it looks like
Yeah.
what, it would be like $1,700.
Okay.
3,000 minus 1260. So for us, that's really good for this time of year, for 3 months.
Did that, for the line dancing, was that July, August, September, or was it June too?
June. I'm pretty.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, June one's not gonna show up on this fiscal year since.
yeah,
So 3 months of it would have been about 1,800, so maybe it was like one more month of it, but that's still great for donations for
1741.
the program.
and
So maybe there were
I mean-
donations at the just Desert Social and stuff too, though.
there were donations at the Dessert Social, not as much as we get in one line dancing class.
Yeah.
That's sad. August, pulling up June here on my calendar to see if we were doing it. We're not doing line dancing in June.
Okay, great.
We started first week
So,
in
but,
July.
some of the other programs, after looking through books, it was like, 300, 300, 300, 300,
Yeah.
maybe. But, so go through it and see.
Yeah, I'll see it looks like something got crossed there,
Okay,
because that's weird.
okay, good.
We weren't anywhere close last month on the reports as far as I can remember without actually having it in my hand.
That was the only
As we
thing I
spend,
really saw in those 2 pages.
just can't.
She's bookkeeper.
Bookkeeper right now.
But she's not.
No, she's
Yeah,
started another job that doesn't let her make the meetings.
because we spent $2,000 on programs this month.
All right. Any other questions, concerns? The budget versus actual for September.
I guess without the information. Do we need anything for those months, since it's spread out, I guess, what Roger was saying? Insurance and. There's a lot of missing
Those are the ones
categories.
that we get like, wait for Marco to bills. Insurance. Give the town, right?
Yes, yeah, I think he just billed us too. Carol was talking about that the other day.
He knows we just got paid.
Yeah. Smart. Yeah, so that would be in October's reports. So that would be at November's meeting.
All right, anyone have anything else? No. All right, we'll move on from financial reports. Old business, which was first thing on was August financials. Remember correctly, we didn't have the correct information for August.
We have it now.
Well, Carol's not here, so I don't know, did she reach out to either you or who else, Roger?
I don't remember what we were.
Send you- Oh, it didn't have like the actuals on it or something, or,
Let's try to pull it.
oh. There was something missing on the profit and loss. No, on the budget versus actual.
Yeah, it was budget versus
Same as
actual.
this month.
It was-
There's
yeah.
no actuals for any of this other stuff either.
It was something
I
at
think
the,
one of the columns was blank, right?
Yeah,
yeah, it was the budget. I'm just pulled it up just now. It was the, yeah.
Hmm.
They had the actual, but there was, well, yeah. There was no actuals and
Yeah.
it just showed all the budget being like,
Yeah.
there isn't one. I was like, oh,
So if
Willy
we
nilly.
The actual for the year
don't
was just
have it,
zero.
do you have it or we don't have it now?
I don't think she
I don't think we have
sent
it.
that, because I'm looking through my
Yeah, I'm looking to,
emails to see if there's anything she sent, but I don't see anything. September report, so we need those again.
okay.
All right.
Uh,
Make a note to email me.
yeah,
Thank you. All right, so we'll push that to next meeting's agenda. And move on to policy review.
One second.
All right, any trigger policy anybody's passionate about wants to start with? No? All right, let's start with unintended vulnerable persons policy.
Yep.
so just to let you know, this is now being used as kind of a boilerplate for some of the other libraries in the state,
okay,
the unintended. Vulnerable persons.
we've been reviewing, one or two policies, library policies, sort of pretty much each month,
Mhm.
that we've had a meeting, try to make sure that they're fresh, yeah, fresh and relevant.
I love that, sorry.
When I read it over this morning, it seemed perfectly fine out. It's the same as last year. I don't think there's any updates that need to be made, other than after we vote on it, things approved date.
Would just, my one concern was that it said minor 12 years old and younger may also be defined as a vulnerable person. At what point would you determine that a person over the age of 12 is vulnerable or not? I would consider 18 or under just,
So we chose 12 years old and younger because it is the age of maturity in library law.
Hmm.
So.
Get their information being private. Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So, when Coral turns 12, her library information can be kept to herself, if she so chooses. Of course, you're still liable for anything that she loses. You just can't know what it is.
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the reason why we chose 12. This is, I am not a grown-up. What? Before.
Going in your
Go
evaluation.
to Ellis, he's a grown-up.
That was recorded 2 hours.
Why? Why? is this? I am not. Specifically against the rules of entering the meeting. This is, I think we just wanted to point out that 12 was the age of library maturity as opposed to everybody else, but the policy stands for any person that comes into the library. That is, a vulnerable person is a person defined as an individual who is mentally, emotionally, behaviorally, or physically challenged to a degree that significantly impairs the individual's ability to provide adequately for their own care.
Mhm.
So,
So
That definition covers anyone over the age of 12, and it also includes someone under the age
Yeah.
of 12.
okay,
that's anyone.
Anyone who fits that
do
criteria.
you and your staff feel comfortable with the idea of a 12, 13, 14-year-old being left here unattended?
Yeah.
Okay.
If 7, 8-year-olds being left here unattended. And for the most part, it's good. And if there is a problem, then we speak to their parents.
Okay.
We haven't
Yeah.
had an issue where we needed to speak to a parent. We've had issues where we've adjusted rules to make it easier for them to follow the rules.
Okay.
But yeah, so far the worst one is the one that was just in.
Throw her out.
Criteria, right? So like, that's like mental health diagnosis, things like that.
Yeah,
And that could really be a liability issue if they're saying like, well, you appear to have a mental health illness, or you did not appear to have a mental health illness, but you do have one, right? So like.
I don't think anybody's making that determination. We're just making the determination that you're not able to behave yourself. Like you're not able to behave according to, we also have a separate behavioral policy.
Right.
So like if you cannot follow that behavioral policy, then we're gonna determine that you're an unattended vulnerable person and you need to have somebody with you or you need to be.
Okay,
Um,
Yeah, because this isn't defining a vulnerable person, this is saying how we handle one,
right.
how one should be attended by another person.
Like, I don't know, like, what was shared earlier kind of encompasses sort of a definition of like, these things, if you meet this criteria, you're considered a vulnerable person.
Yeah,
right?
so we're not saying a specific
Yeah.
person is or isn't, is,
Right.
we're not gonna tell somebody you are a vulnerable person unless it's
That's what I'm saying.
very
It's
clearly like.
Right, so only if they're,
Yeah,
if
that's
they're,
specific.
I think it sort of hits in here, say, if they are unable or unwilling to care for themselves
Mhm.
in the library by following rules, then
you're not
you can sort of make the determination that, you can't be in here without
Yeah.
adult supervision.
Now, how would you, it says that staff will attempt to contact a parent or guardian or caregiver if their vulnerability is questionable.
Yes.
How would you be able to access that information if they're over the age of 12 and you're not unable to really?
Well, she can
Yeah.
access it.
Well, I'm saying
Yeah.
you can't share information with that caregiver. At that point, you'd have to.
If they're a
Right.
vulnerable person, she can.
I cannot share information as to, it doesn't have anything to do with their behavior.
Okay.
It's their library records.
That's it. Okay. that's
So
where
it's like, I can't tell anybody what book anybody is reading.
Oh.
But I can for sure say Emery was a real brat in the library today.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah,
And how would you be able to get that information?
it's in the it's in our library catalog.
Now, if the person does not have a library card here, if they don't have any access, how would you still be able to get that information?
From the unattended person.
And if they're unable, you would then go
That-
straight to police or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just being like, okay, out of stater comes in and they're unstable.
That's
Right.
what my mind
I'm
is.
not doing that, but just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
example that like.
She's a little
Right.
that.
Right, okay, and that's what it covers further down,
Okay.
right?
No, I just wanted to get
Yeah.
that
Yeah, that-
clarification on that. So I appreciate that.
Yep.
Thank you. Right.
yeah, that last paragraph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta take it all the way, I mean, everything sort of everything ties together at
That's
the
what I'm
end,
trying to
yeah.
Figure out.
Yeah.
What
Yep.
those lines are, where
Yep.
you're making those determinations.
Yep.
Because it is a very broad. I mean, it is broadly written, but I want to know.
Yeah.
As a board member, where
Yep.
those lines are and what we're doing to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Figure those out. I don't have any further questions on that.
Mhm. And behavioral policy, the next one?
We need to approve each
You wanna make a
one.
motion?
So I'll make a motion to approve this as written.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? This is unanimously.
Go into that behavioral.
Yeah, let's do it. Rule policy. Does anybody have any concerns that they already have?
would just like to change the verbiage of number 2, being under the influence, to suspicion of being under the influence. 'Cause that'll provide you a little bit more protection. 'Cause you're
Um,
saying confirmed you're being under the influence of. And people can take that and be like, was not. But you could say, I suspected you were.
Is there a better, I like where you're going. Is there a better word than suspected that we can get to?
Where's the thesaurus? We're not.
Yeah, yeah.
Suspicion. Suspicion of being under.
Suspicion of, you know.
So where is this on the Dover Free Library site?
It's on the,
Yeah, find it under, it's not under policies. Just trying to look it up because I can't read it.
In legal form.
So I don't like print stuff out. Shouldn't have been under. I think suspicions, it's a very black and white word, and it allows.
Is it too?
Old.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something like, I want to say something like evidence, not, evidence is not the word I'm
No.
going to come up with either. What's that?
Speculation. Something like that. I mean, I think suspicion, I mean, that one,
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah.
you want a really black and
Yeah.
white written word. You
Yeah.
don't want something.
Yeah, we want something that makes it okay to be a judgment, not a proof situation,
Yeah.
which I think is where you're trying to
Yeah.
get.
yes. Can you give me a month to reach out to, my lawyer and ask?
Yeah, yeah, maybe something like indications of being under the influence,
Yeah.
something.
I want our employees to be covered.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm 100% with you. Just for some reason, the word suspicion is rubbing me wrong. I can't pinpoint why.
Yeah.
But I want to get to the same point you do.
Mhm.
Our new library of things includes all new garden tools.
Yes.
Cool.
Did you find it on the website?
It's not on the
I did
website.
not see it there. I was just looking to.
We gotta add that.
All the other policies are there, but not that.
We all are.
I also think just under number 2. Because recreational marijuana is legal in the state of Vermont. Even though you wrote just vaping and the use of tobacco products are not permitted on library grounds. Mention something in there as well about the use, even though you wrote,
Drugs legal or illegal or?
yeah, in possession of drugs is, I would say, inclusive of recreational marijuana or something along that line,
Yeah.
just to, again,
Mhm.
cover your tuchus,
Is there already something more general out there that says you can't do that in any public building?
There's gotta be. I'm
Oh,
sure there
yeah.
is.
There's a state law.
Yeah.
Smoke. And
Yep.
Just,
I'm not sure about vaping.
I could
I'm
just
not sure
be,
about edibles.
But beyond was influence.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, let me talk to the lawyer and find out.
Why would you? And then that sets you up for a lawsuit further down the line if they were.
Do you want to include it in the line that says vaping and the use of tobacco or marijuana products?
Yeah, that's,
Would that be a good place to put it?
And
Okay, and what did you say?
and then with marijuana. it's just-
I'll check in with the lawyer and see what, verbiage should be.
And then vaping and use of tobacco
Illegal
products.
Yeah, when you say tobacco or marijuana products,
Yeah, including tobacco or marijuana.
Yeah, because then that's-
marijuana is,
it's legal like tobacco is, but you
Yes.
still can't use it in here. So I think that's a good place for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just,
You don't have to say, drugs legal or illegal. You can just put it in tobacco or marijuana products.
I mean, I would say just under the vaping and use of tobacco products, tobacco or marijuana.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if someone comes in high AF, I'm just gonna be like, cool. They're probably gonna sit there and eat a bag of chips. That's awesome.
There's a lot of people like that. So, but I don't know. I'll kick everyone out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Library.
I think-
You're eating a bag of chips.
exactly.
Yeah, the kids do
That's
it
what
all
I'm
the
saying.
time.
Just don't do it when
Yeah.
you're, you know, when you're in the parking lot where there's a daycare right here, you know.
Yeah.
You know, not a good idea,
Right.
but yeah, come in.
Did anything else stand out to anyone on this?
Mhm.
All right, so we will have Allison speak to someone on that and come back to it next month.
Yep.
It's.
And next is,
No sugar.
Yep. The only thing that I saw on this one was take Jody's name off.
Yeah. Closure guidelines. That's me. That's me. I'm the vice. I'm the vice board person. Can we add something in there about a timeline so that people have an expectation of when the library will be determined to be closed due to weather or power?
what do you mean?
Just because I feel like if we were like, oh yeah, no, we could just close it as whatever, prior to opening, a decision will be made an hour prior to opening. If something occurs during opening hours, a judgment will be made at that point. Just something,
Knows we'll warn you if we can,
yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah, just something to add.
Yeah.
Some sort of time frame
Say,
that we can
if,
do.
whenever possible, notification will be made as early as feasible.
Line is
Closure results in employee. I guess if a closure results in employee loss of usual hourly compensation, unable to make up to hours related to. Yeah, that is a weird sentence. Second one from bottom.
So it's, I think it's saying that hourly people will not get paid for that day if you close,
Exactly.
but can they make it up in a different day? Is that what it's saying?
They're
They're
unable to
not
make it.
allowed to
They're-
make it
They're
up.
not gonna be given extra shift to make up for it.
Can we?
You know, what is it?
That's a
I hate
weird.
that.
Yeah, that's a weird sentence, yeah.
I
Okay,
I
so-
hate that they're not paid for the day because it's not their fault.
Okay,
Yeah.
what if
And I hate that they're not allowed to make.
maybe,
up.
but aren't what we're really saying is that closures may result in employee loss of usual hourly compensation if they are unable to make up the hours related to the closure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just missing a
They're
couple of
missing
words in there to say that.
Those are missing. it.
If we say closure may result, or closures may result in employee loss of usual hourly compensation if unable to make up the hours related to the closure.
Right, so that would give them opportunity to
Yeah.
work
Yeah,
extra hours to do.
if it works within the schedule of the library and the needs.
Does that sound better, Allison?
I like that.
I like that. I like that they'd
Better.
be.
Yeah, that they are allowed to make that hours up. Yeah.
Potential.
I would prefer they actually get paid for it, because it's not like anybody can control
Right.
snow or ice or whatever.
Can we? I mean, I agree with you completely.
Oh, I thought you meant, can we control it?
Oh, no, no,
I would-
no, I mean, and is it within a, say, the library closed, but
Yeah,
not your fault? It doesn't result in, or you just leave the sentence out.
Yeah.
Well, budgetarily, can you figure out if it would work? I mean, it's hard to know how many, like, 'cause
Yeah.
you're out for 5 days because we got 3 feet of snow, but I mean,
Yeah, it does get tricky.
can you find an average number of days that you are closed and see if you can, I mean, or does it, you've already budgeted them to work, so.
Yes,
That's kind of like a
Yeah.
surplus.
So maybe we end
or
up
we can
with that.
decide to like, you get us up to 5 snow days, say,
Yeah,
per year, like,
And then you said,
I-
then you have to start tracking that and.
I think if it's
That
already
makes
been
sense.
budgeted,
yeah, it shouldn't be
Yeah.
difficult to. track
if we've
snow
already
days.
budgeted it, budgeted.
Yeah.
That just sounded
Blah, blah,
weird.
blah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if they've already been, given those hours. People might be like, well, if you can do something at home,
Well, did we budget based on last year's hours, which they didn't get paid for those snow days?
number.
Because then that would not be covered in the budget if we decide
true.
to start paying for those snow days.
The way we budget for salary is we say, Kendra works
20 hours a
25
week.
hours a week,
Yeah.
Yeah.
average times 52 weeks
Yeah.
a year.
Okay, so it
Yeah.
is accounted
It's
for.
not- Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like,
Yeah, that is a question for me, because I can't remember what they're budgeted for. That's,
yeah,
but
that's how, yeah,
So it's budget for
that's how it
52
is.
weeks.
So-
Alice is budgeted for 40 hours a week.
Okay.
So can we just delete that bullet completely?
He's budgeted for
Yeah.
40?
I think you just got them paid.
can we delete that and just rewrite that these employees would get their budgeted hours for that day?
Or do you need to be, does that need to be in there?
Does that need to be voted on? I think
Does it need to
Yes,
be in
the
there?
Financial decisions, if they're paying them.
Yeah,
Like Rules or guidelines, I guess. it
So-
is. Yeah.
we can rewrite that. and
They'll
then
be
we'll
on
vote on
separate
that.
motion, probably.
Yeah.
How about if she just rewrites that and then we can vote on that next meeting
Mhm.
to,
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we
No
also,
laws here, because it is gonna affect the budget of what we've already done for this year through.
It's
July,
not,
so this
we're
winter.
already accounting for those days being paid because it's based on the 52 weeks, so. It's already the 40 hours, 52 weeks for Alice is already in the budget. So the days that he wouldn't work would kind of be like a little bit of surplus in the
Oh,
budget.
also.
Instead of actually getting paid out.
I should have taken this out during the financial portion of the meeting. So I'm a little behind, but at the meeting last month,
Yeah, you talked about the numbers.
that you asked for kind of a report of the average number of hours that everybody is working.
okay,
And you also,
So I can tell, so I printed out, it's like a year and a half, I'm sorry, I didn't.
No, that's fine.
Oh, sure.
So I can tell you now that, it obviously varies very much for each person, but
yeah,
Kendra, this is 34 pay periods on each sheet. So Kendra is,
I don't have Janet,
So each.
I didn't
meeting
do
is
Janet,
2
she's
weeks,
only,
right?
like 3 hours.
yeah, it's been very
Yeah.
little. I'm sorry,
Each one is 2 weeks. right?
each one is 2 weeks. So there are 34 pay periods on here. So Kendra averages 46 hours a pay period, which equals 23 hours a week, which is less than the 25 budgeted. And Ellis, I don't know why Ellis is all fit on one page and Kendra's did not, but that's the way it goes. He worked an average of 68 hours a pay period, which equals 34 hours a week. So
Okay.
even though he's budgeted for 40 hours, he's still working
Under budget
less. So we're under budget 4 hours
payroll.
for payroll, even adding in the 8 hours that we've paid Janet, or,
Mhm.
12 hours now. I think she's worked like 3 days,
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
It also covers your staff development.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah.
Or should.
Yeah.
Close.
I would say just rewrite that. Just to come back
Okay,
to
I
this.
think-
Yeah,
Can we also
Yeah.
eliminate the sentence that says one less responsibility for
Yeah.
chairperson?
Yeah.
I don't understand why that's in the policy.
That's it.
one less
Yeah.
responsibility for chairperson.
Oh,
yeah.
That shouldn't have been there.
That-
That's
Yeah.
That
really weird,
parenthetical
Yeah.
is,
unnecessary.
yeah,
Do we need to include anything different on the dangerous driving conditions, stay home thing regarding getting paid? Or are we okay with that as sort of, we're gonna dump the bullet about closure and employee losing their time completely? What about if it's in driving conditions, judgment call? Do you want to say, dangerous driving, approved by or confirmed with the library director or something like that?
I mean, it says dangerous driving road conditions are an acceptable reason for an employee to remain home on a regularly scheduled workday. I think we closed the library, twice last year, one for power and then one for roads.
Yeah,
And
Water.
both times, was it
Water.
water? Was it water?
There was the
Something.
water.
oh, yeah, I think we had electrical and water last year.
But the conversations that we had when, when it came to the road conditions.
Yeah.
Because Ally's coming from
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Yep.
My one thing was, can you get out of your driveway?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Do you think that, anyone else is gonna be able to get out of their driveways? Give them a call. If
Yeah.
they can't, they can't.
Yeah,
That's.
and that's all I'm really saying here is that having that being communicated in some manner. It's not just
Yeah.
Ellis decides, it looks slippery out there. I don't feel like I want to work today kind of thing. It ought to be
Yeah.
vetted, whether it's Ally saying to
Mhm.
one of us or whether it's Ellis saying to Ally, my driveway is a sheet of ice. I gotta get, I can't get out.
So the conversation.
Yeah,
I
and-
have with Ally is usually just.
Or
No.
delayed opening.
Or,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
usually, are you able to do this?
And that's all I'm saying. Let's include
Yeah.
the need, the requirement of telling somebody about it. Because we're saying, acceptable reason for an employee to remain home, it's gotta be a communication.
Yeah,
Just add something
Yeah.
like,
I don't love the way that's written.
Yeah.
I might
Oh,
have
mention
to,
that to the lawyer too, since we're gonna talk to him.
I might take a little.
Yeah. Let's tweak,
I didn't write this policy originally.
okay, let's tweak,
Do a little rewriting.
let's tweak.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I would just write something in there about employees remaining in communication. with
Yeah.
You remaining in communication
Yeah.
with me.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we can delete that whole bottom part that has the approved and the signature.
Yeah.
Do it like we did with the other ones and just have approved by board at the top.
Yep.
This was one of the most controversial decisions we had at the time, so.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna save it.
It's like judgment area, what is this?
Yeah, I don't love that either.
Yeah,
That's like was never fully done.
it doesn't feel like a finished document.
Yeah, no,
It will when she's done with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Ally's good at that.
everyone's
Yeah.
doing the best job we can.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna take this to the next.
yeah,
step.
Absolutely.
we'll elevate it.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, so
Look to
those
the other ones. I didn't look at that one.
on my notes for next meeting as
And
well.
then we gotta add it. Those other policies, we have to add them to the website.
I already started adding the
Yeah, I
behavioral.
saw her pull
Let's see,
Cool.
yeah.
Post gator.
I'm just trying to do too many things at one time though here.
Okay, next agenda item. Strategic plan, where are we at with that?
Okay, so I did give a little update in my report where we met the first time, the whole crew of us, and it was a great meeting. It was very efficient and productive. Lasted exactly the amount of time that I was hoping, so that's a bonus. So we went over a few things and I didn't bring my notes for that.
I have my notes somewhere.
But we went over like how it works, what we want to accomplish and how we're going to accomplish it. Oh, I'm sorry, Kathy, I lied. You weren't there. Oh, you were there. You were there. It was like 2 weeks ago. I can't be expected.
I
to
know, right?
remember.
Set up dates.
We set up dates
Yeah.
and we started,
Yeah.
The list of names.
we brainstormed a list of names. So that's kind of where we're at. We're meeting again this the upcoming first.
November 5th.
Yep, the first Wednesday of the month, 5 o'clock.
And then I have the date of the other one, November 19th is when we're planning the first event.
That'll be a community
November 1?
forum.
Or the library community events.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
we have our strategic planning committee and then we'll have a community forum to discuss changes to the library.
Okay, I think those are good update. Any other questions on the strategic plan? Any other notes from people who attended?
We haven't started inviting people yet, have we?
We have not, no, I'm working on the spreadsheet of all the names. of
Okay.
people.
Maybe well.
Isn't that bad?
An invitation for vote before I was even given.
All right, let's move on to new business then. First up on new business is the town wish list.
We have not
I
compiled.
will not
Yeah.
compile that.
We have not had a moment to sit down and look at that.
We did get some feedback already on the feasibility of getting much of anything, didn't you? Did we talk about that the other day, that somebody said,
Oh, yeah.
don't get your hopes up too high?
Yeah, the town, I did approach somebody about doing a permanent story walk, and that
Mhm.
has pretty much gotten nixed.
Mm.
In the area where our temporary story walk has always been. So,
Mm.
over the winter, we'll have to start brainstorming ideas for new story walk holders and everything, because the old ones are junk.
Okay, maybe by next meeting you can.
Yes, I will
general
have
list.
that ready for the next.
Alright. Next meeting. All right. Next up, we have computer funds on our agenda. Good.
That I have gotten much further with.
Yeah,
So we met,
Saturday.
Richard and Roger and Carol and I met on Saturday morning, and we discussed what the options were for funding the new computers, Kyle, and I'm sorry, Scarlett, right? We have to buy all new computers because all of our computers are running Windows 10, and they're not going to be supporting that anymore. So we're financial, that's a nice financial hit. So the three options that we went over to as ways to get money to do this was first option was to take it somewhere out of our annual budget. The second was to take it out of the HRA money. And the third was to take it out of the VCF fund, the Vermont Community Fund, where we have some money put aside. So the first option, depleting the budget, we kind of decided was a no-go. It wasn't even an option, that it would be too much of a hit for our budget and we wouldn't be able to make it up otherwise.
What is the total cost we're looking at?
So we had
We
talked
did a
about,
rough estimation.
yeah, we said 7 computers times maybe, $1,000 each. So about,
2,000.
I think we
we,
were.
we estimated 2,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
7 computers?
7,
It's a 7.
3 public computers, 3 staff computers, and Carol's laptop.
What about like a sponsorship? Have you like considered
There's not really many grants.
reaching out
Go ahead.
or even like, companies nearby that are, is like the agency that I work for, they oftentimes waste a lot of tech, right? When we update.
Yeah.
So it might still not be like the most high tech, but it would be an upgrade for you guys. So it would be like a good deal with a company who's already getting rid of some supplies. You could reach out to a bunch of different people, right? You're probably gonna get a lot of misses, but one hit is all you need.
Yeah.
And you could get technology that's more advanced than what you currently have and not have to spend anything and have that collaboration with that partnership, right? So it could be something to explore, right? It's not a guarantee.
Yeah, I did look into, I reached out, the Ben and Jerry's has a grant. And it was $2,000 max. So that was one option I tried to work to. And I just didn't see anything that would meet the grant.
Do you know if TechSoup does computers or? do
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
to-
we do.
Yeah.
What's the
So
price of it?
after I talk
Yeah.
about where we talked about taking the money out of, I'll talk about,
And I don't need a computer.
okay.
So now you're on 6. if that's a
Okay.
consideration.
So we talked to, the second thing we talked about was taking it out of the HRA fund. And we thought about that, and then we thought about what the upcoming budget season is going to look like in terms of health insurance.
Blue Cross is expected making some major changes again.
Yeah,
which usually
Yeah.
means another significant increase.
And everything we're seeing now,
yeah,
I just saw that not only has Blue Cross bailed out of Vermont completely for Medicare Advantage plans, but United Healthcare has bailed out of Vermont for Medicare plans, even employer-sponsored plans. They are no longer going to be in Vermont for employer-sponsored plans. So that's
Well,
significant.
fewer choices.
United Healthcare. I just read that, and I think it was today's Digger that said that not only was Vermont Blue, which I had to switch to because United Healthcare bailed out of Vermont last year for individual Medicare Advantage plans. And Blue Cross, which turned out to be great for me this year, is bailing out for next year. So,
They have a lot of financial, they're have solvency issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there was an article in the newspaper, last week too about health insurance.
Yeah.
So, that makes me nervous. So we kind of decided that that probably was probably better to have money in there that we could use as a buffer in case we ended up needing to absorb.
Because we think that there's a very real possibility that the cost of the employee health care could go up and hit us in this coming budgeting year, this year that we've already
Yeah.
budgeted for.
Right.
Exactly,
We
it'll
could-
change in
We could,
January.
I think that we
Yes,
could be taking a hit. So rather than ceiling from that,
yes,
and I think that the Vermont Community Fund, which was set up for out of the ordinary stuff,
yeah,
and we're not going to rape it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
going to be still solid. Take a look at maybe a third of the cost of what's in there, give or take.
How much is in there and how much are you talking about taking out?
So it was about 43,000 in there, and we were estimating roughly 14,000 for the cost of the computers.
Another question, I'm sure you've talked about all this stuff already, but so you're looking, I mean, I think the 3 staff are like, that's the most important one.
Mhm.
The community ones, can we hold off until July, like new budget year?
Yeah.
How,
yeah. So let me finish
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
Your presentation.
Yeah.
So we decided that taking it out of the BCF would be the most long-term sustainable way to do it.
Okay.
And that we could reasonably assume that the interest that we receive in it would cover the cost within 5 years.
Mhm.
So that being said, I sat down and I thought about how I would spend money like this. And the first thing that I decided was we didn't need a new computer for Carol. That we have this laptop that we use almost exclusively for meetings. And this laptop could become that laptop. So we didn't need to duplicate this. So that's 6 computers instead of 7. So what I looked at was I sat down and Ellis came in and I had sheets of, compare and contrast different companies and different computers. So we decided that I decided that I thought for the public computers, we'd only have 3. We're going to eliminate this one. So it would make 1 in the children's room and 2 out there. And we could go for an HP all-in-one. Those are about $600 a piece.
Mm.
We do have a TechSoup subscription, so we do get a good discount on anything that we buy through HP or Lenovo.
And the HP one is a desktop computer, it's not a laptop.
It's a desktop computer, which we decided we really wanted to stay on a desktop for public access. So
Yes.
they were less walkawayable. It's a word now.
Mhm.
So there's 2 staff computer, Ellis and Kendra, for their staff computers, would be getting Lenovo Think Center computers, which are essentially just an upgrade of the ones that we have now. And those run $9.99 a piece. They both have the ability to do everything that they need to do, while not being overly extreme for what they need to do. Because they're not running, Kendra's doing some editing stuff, but that's the most extreme.
enough memory and horsepower
Exactly.
to do the
Yeah.
job, recognizing that every upgrade of software, every new generation of software sucks up more
More and more.
horsepower.
Yeah.
So we're not,
Yeah,
we're not looking at something that's sort of outdated tomorrow.
right. I don't
Okay.
want to underpower them, but they're not overpowered either. And for me, I would like to transition to a laptop. Because I just think it'll be a lot more suitable for the work that I do and the moving around that I do. And then I can bring it to these meetings and actually have the information when you ask me like, oh, what's that?
Yep.
I can look it up and actually have it right here in front of me. So those are the 6 computers that I was thinking about
How
purchasing.
much is that one?
That one is $13.79. It's a little more power than.
It's also a laptop, which is going to be a little more anyway.
Yeah. So altogether, we're at 49,1935. So under $5,000.
Now, is that included? Now, we had talked about some software needs.
It does not include the software. I'm waiting for the quote back from Deep Freeze for
What's the number you got for total?
49,1935.
So $5,000.
499.
30.
So is that because there's a discount?
Yeah.
It's because we get a good discount on everything.
Yeah, Dex.
It's gonna be like 5,179, so that's a
Yeah,
discount
that's
of a couple hundred.
Yeah.
Wow.
It depends on which one we get more, the more expensive ones we get more money off of.
Okay.
And we're tax exempt, so we don't pay tax.
Mhm.
And it's free shipping. So the deep freeze, I'm hoping to get a quote back. I submitted something for a quote. Deep freeze is software that goes on public access computers that stops people from saving stuff on it. So not only does it extend the life of the hardware, it also protects the privacy of the patron using the computer. So, a lot of times now you'll go on to one of the computers and somebody's email will be opened. And like, that won't happen anymore. Every time you restart it, the computer gets wiped back to the image that you want it to have. Another cost we're going to incur is that right now we're still using an old Microsoft license, and we will no longer be able to use that Microsoft license. We will have to transition to Microsoft 365. We are not going to do that for all of our computers, though. I am going to use it because I have everything saved in Excel and Word right now. And I just do better with Excel than Google Sheets. But for our public computers, we're not going.
So there'll strictly be Google Docs, Google Sheets, and nobody will be able to save it to the computer.
Right.
They'll be able to save it to
Their drive.
their own.
Yeah, they can use a flash drive, they can use their own drive.
Yeah.
So.
And is it the physically turning off the computer that wipes everybody's stuff out, or is it logging out?
Freeze also has the way it works is that there's going to be like one central computer that is the server, say, and it's usually like the circulation desk computer, and that computer can log in and shut down anything that's happening in any computer in the building. So, well, that's hooked up to the deep freeze. So if there's kids doing something inappropriate in the kids' room on that computer, the person at the circulation desk can just press a button and it'll shut the computer off. They can also restart the computer.
Powerful position.
Yeah.
They can also restart the
Big brother
computer from
Alice.
there. And they can also you can set timers so that, the kids' computer, we started setting time limits because they get competitive about the time on the computer.
That's a good idea.
So, it seems, I've been trying to advocate for that since I started here. When I first came on, I was like, I can't believe they're not protected with anything.
Yeah.
So I think it's something that's really important to do. Most libraries do.
Now, is deep freeze an annual subscription?
It is an annual
Okay,
subscription.
So we should, however we choose to pay for it now and getting the first round out of
Yeah.
VCF,
Mhm.
I still think it's a good idea. We want to make sure we budget
Add
for
it to the
that,
online
for the
services
annual,
next
for the
year.
annual stuff.
What's the cost for it?
I submitted a request for a quote and I haven't gotten one back yet. I just did it this morning. So
You've had it in the past at Petty?
I've had it at Petty. I honestly, it's been 2 years. I don't have any idea how much it was back then. They're usually a couple $100 a year, stuff
Okay.
like
I
that.
was like, we're talking hundreds, thousands.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
no,
No
no.
idea.
I've had, we.
Yeah.
It's that-
$12,000 a year to protect $6,000 worth of computers.
Just start handing them out at that
Yeah.
point. So yeah, so that's what I was looking at, and I'm
Yeah.
hoping that, I think I understand that we could do some at one time and some at another time, but I kind of feel like it might be easier just bite the bullet and do it all at one time.
Well,
and
and
get them-
particularly since
Now the whole system set up for deep freeze.
you've come down, you've found a lot better pricing than I think when we were together batting things around. You know, we were thinking we could be looking at $14,000 to $16,000 with all of the added software that we needed. And if we're looking at half of that, that just seems like the perfect use of the VCF fund. I mean, that's what it's there for.
And the computer, do about 10% of
Yep.
it, and then a little bit more for the software.
Yep. And then we budget for the software.
Yeah,
I
software going
honestly
forward.
feel like we need to make a decision on this pretty soon.
We can do it
Yeah.
today, right? now.
I'd like to make
Yeah.
a motion
We'll wait for.
Wait.
when she comes back.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'll
go.
wait till she comes back. But
Yeah.
I'd like to.
Yeah.
Make that decision today, guys, because we've
Mhm.
been talking about this for
Yep.
6+ months.
When does support end? Soon, isn't it?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, very, very soon.
It's really soon.
Dates.
Yeah,
Yeah, for some reason I have October 15th in my.
Yeah, because I remember getting, my computer,
I was thinking 16 for some reason.
yeah, I remember seeing it come up on a client computer, like
Yeah.
13-year-old software.
My computer at home is so old. I don't even know if it.
It works, they're good.
Yeah.
I would have suggested we put the whole thing on Apple, but we'd need some deep pockets for that.
Yeah, today is.
I thought it was really soon.
All right,
Okay,
can
so
I,
do you approve?
I have more questions,
Oh,
actually. I
yeah.
have certain questions. When you're talking about the health insurance going up, I'm just looking at what we have budgeted, you know, versus how much you think will go up versus what we have for the HRA. Like, is it possible to take the money out of there? I'm still wondering.
I think I think what we concluded was that the uncertainty of the,
Much up.
we could easily be looking at several $1,000s.
Last year, wasn't it like
It was
23%? Yeah.
Yes.
I've read.
I think the edit was less. It ended up,
That's what the town was budgeting
Yeah.
for.
Article I read, that was the most recent selectmen's board that did come up, and I think they were anticipating like 4.5, why that's sticking in my head. It was
yeah,
quite low.
yeah. It's not as
Yeah.
high as it was, but then there was some sort of argument about whether or not they were going. I read the article very quickly, and I just know there was eye rolling and people snipping at each other during it.
Do you
So-
still have the?
Yeah, look at the Valley News.
Yeah.
And then
We
and
should
we
just
weren't
check
there
it.
for
Yeah,
that meeting,
sure.
so I'm
Right.
also
Yeah.
questioning, like,
Sure.
we do have a budget surplus that is supposed to be for stuff like that, and you feel concerned about not spending that, also not spending the HRA, like,
Well, just because we don't know what the dollar amount's gonna be for the HRA, for the, insurance increase. And because it would happen like January.
we rarely spend all, so for HRA, we have $28,000 budget. Extra money for,
What is HRA stand?
that means like the staff,
Yeah.
right, they
Okay.
don't pay.
It's, one of the employees doesn't use it, so there's left over from the year before every year.
Okay,
because she doesn't use it.
And there's also
She has
leftover
insurance.
She
from
has insurance
all
on
the
it
years
anyway.
that they
Right.
rarely use it all, not that they couldn't, like,
Right.
Yeah.
there could be a situation, but what it would the situation be that all of that would actually be used up, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Absolutely.
I feel protective of that community foundation fund. I feel like it's a big block of money. I think the purpose was not for just, oh, we don't have enough money in our budget, you know? It was meant to be for something more important than that.
Well, I
That's
mean,
my feeling on it.
Well,
the
So-
thing is like the computers themselves, if that's what we're talking about,
Yeah.
that is such a huge community use. I mean, every
Mhm.
single time at
Yeah.
midnight, there's somebody on the computer
Absolutely.
using it. That I think it's meant to be used to help benefit the community. And I think at this point in time, especially, we were just discussing that everything, all the support for these computers is going away tomorrow,
Today.
today,
Today.
Yeah. today. That it needs to be something to be moved on. Like, this isn't something we can push off to the next meeting. This
We
is something we
could-
need to figure out today, because we have community members that do rely on those computers for finding jobs, for contacting family, for all this stuff.
I
And
understand that. I'm
Yeah.
not against it. I absolutely think we have to do it and we have to act on it quickly.
Mhm.
But we are looking at those three different things, and that was a meeting that took place without some of the rest of us. You, me.
Yeah, we're just batting around the
Amber.
source, batting around the source. Yeah.
I question it. Just do.
What
You
if there's
could
a,
also choose to do half from the HR and half from the VCF. It doesn't have to be fully from one fund. We can
Right.
choose to pull
I'm
from-
just like, there is money
Uh,
HRA still. We're not looking at it. I don't know what the total number is anymore, what we're
Yeah.
looking at, so.
uh,
But we're also batting
It was
around.
just under
numbers on a lot of
$5,000
But
all
smaller
of the
how
whole
much is the
software.
actual over budget money that we have? Like, we always have extra.
that's what I said,
Yeah.
you could always pay back into the Vermont Community Fund. If at the end of the year, surplus doesn't always equal cash, that's the problem. But if there's money that's left at the end of the year, you could always put money back in.
That's a thought.
You know, so
Yeah.
now,
I'm not, I know we haven't spent it yet, and it's like, oh, we have this money, you know, but I think it should be for something that's a little bit more significant. Not that it's not important to have,
I think
it should
it's
be in our
significant.
budget.
like building
Yes,
and
very
We don't
significant.
have it in our budget, so can we take it from something else in our budget is what I'm looking at, you know?
I agree with Richard that I believe the computers are significant enough to qualify for that, just because of their frequency of use and how many people in the community really do rely on the library computers. You know, they're relying on that more.
Well, that is like, $600 times 3. That's nothing. It's all the other stuff that we're looking at, which is,
But the,
it should be a budget for us. Not,
But computers by sort of by their nature, because the computer itself, unlike the software, which, you know, typically we've got every year, you've got renewal costs. The computers themselves are an asset that is fixed and is going to last more than one budget cycle.
yeah,
And I think that's what, in my mind, puts us out of the ordinary of this year's budget. The fact that we're basically batting around numbers now that half of what we thought we were going to be facing when we were just batting it around, as to what are our options to present to the whole board. No decisions obviously made, but the fact that we're looking at, you know, $6,000 or $7,000 now instead of 14 to
That's
14 to
great.
15.
yeah,
And I think that says that, and that would, even if we split it, we're taking less out of each than I think we were thinking about. I think that's a plus. If we took, you know, $3,000 out of each, we've barely scratched, and that leaves the VCF funds for, I mean, I can't think of what kind of thing would be more appropriate. I mean, what have you got in
it's
mind?
fine, whatever.
No, I'm trying to think of what.
I do think computers are important. I
Yeah.
do think it's very important.
Yeah.
It's an essential thing that we have to have for our
Yeah.
library,
Mhm.
period.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that we have them for the community, of course.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We need them, although we have discussed that more and more people come with their own and just use the internet. I'm not questioning buying these computers.
Yeah. No, and
But I like the idea that you said of maybe we spend it and then we put it back in.
if you have it.
Because
if we've
it
got
just feels like it's an expense that the library as a business or whatever should have. It's
Mhm.
not like something
Yeah.
extra that we're adding onto the
Right.
library,
so
you know.
How about this? How about we make the motion to use the funds today to get the computers, because that needs to be
Sure, that
done, and
sounds
then,
great.
and then come end of the budget, if we have that HRA,
When we've got a better handle around the HRA and the insurance.
moving that back.
Yeah.
And we can, so that
What do you
way.
think?
Yeah.
Been quiet.
That's because I'm- I have
I've
to take
talked
it all in.
so much in
Yeah.
the meeting and I just, I don't know. I
Like
mean, I
that,
think it comes from,
It's actually, it's a crucial piece of what a library
Yeah.
is at this point in
Yeah.
time, that we can't ignore it
Right.
and letting it go for so long. I suppose that, what best means that we have, I sort of like the idea of maybe purchasing some of them now or some of them in the next fiscal year. I also, I think that it would be fine to, use the other category that we
HRA.
take,
community foundation money.
or just monies right
Or
from the
Yeah,
budget.
why don't we just take it straight out of
Out
the
of the
budget we
budget,
have? And then
right.
if we don't have enough money for these other things later, we do have that foundation that we can bank on.
I mean, you could do it that way too. I mean, you could, when you start running out of, oh, we don't have any more money left.
Well, we do, we have it.
No, but I mean, when you don't have any more operating cash,
Yeah,
then you would have
We
to
needed,
look
It's
if we
definitely
needed
gonna-
to,
Yeah, well, I don't think we even need to discuss this. We can just spend the money we have.
Roger,
And-
how's
and
our
if
finances looking?
There is an issue in the
we're
future with
cash
the
flow wise.
healthcare going up, and we
Okay.
don't
Yeah.
have enough to cover it.
Yeah.
We do have another source.
Yeah.
Right,
So-
right. Just transfer the money in when you need it.
I think that's a really good even ground right there. What
And,
do
and that
you
was your
think?
point, actually,
Yeah.
so it's good.
We're just gonna be moving money around a lot, just
Yeah.
unnecessarily, when we can just pull straight
We're
into
gonna need
the
it.
money that's already sitting there.
You know what, and I'm actually feeling really good.
And that money is not like notated, set aside for a specific thing. It was donated with no strings attached. The research was done into that. And so there's not a specific thing it's supposed to be used for. We'll just donate it to the library.
The only thing is you're gonna lose a little bit of interest income.
I think there were strings attached.
Yeah.
to it.
I was told, from the meeting we had, you and Carol did the research on it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no strings attached to the money. It's.
Yeah, we found the
Donated.
original,
Original
some of the
document.
original documentation, yeah.
It's just.
Right.
Should
I remember
be-
something about scholarships or
Mhm.
something.
That
like
was just something they had
Yes,
talked
we
about.
talked about it,
anyway.
right?
Even like, so if the issue is like, okay, the community fund versus the staff money, the staff health money that's set aside, like. What if the community fund covers the community computers and then the staff money covers the. staff
So we could split it. We could do like
Yeah.
half and half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wouldn't be half and half, Because
Yeah.
it's not bound, right? Like the staff computers are costing more. So you have the community fund cover the community computers, and then you have the staff fund cover the staff computers. And then it's just done, but that's.
You feel comfortable with that?
That
There's
sounds
all
good.
kinds of
Yeah.
ways.
there's-
I mean,
Okay,
I
so,
just know when you have this block of money, like, you can just like take little, take a little,
Yeah.
and then it's like,
gone.
yeah,
Well,
but,
it's gone.
but I
We
think,
can't
but
do something
I think history
simple with
long
it.
before me shows that we have not done that, which is
Yeah.
good. Which is
Yeah.
good. We've not been nickel and diming it for stuff. This is at best, hopefully, once every 4 or 5 year kind of expenditure.
Mhm.
And I think, like I say, looking at the numbers, it should, especially if we're talking about
Right.
taking $5,000 or less than that. It should replenish itself to that level
In two
in
years.
in
Yeah.
a few years. So by the time
Went
by
over
the time we needed any again,
Yep.
it would be back up to at least where we are now without any additional contributions into it.
The interest we made over the last 5 years will cover the cost of the computers.
Wow, there's
And
that much.
14K that we
Yeah.
talked about, and now we're talking even less. The
Yeah.
interest would definitely cover
Yeah.
it.
Then I'd like to make a motion
Yeah.
to split that with the staff computers coming from the staff fund and then the community computers coming from the community fund. I would like to make that motion for those computers to be purchased as I just stated.
I'll second that. And maybe in terms of,
This, as far as, because it's not the staff fund, it's just HRA
The HRA.
surplus.
HRA surplus, thank you,
Right.
yes.
and,
or not even the surplus, it could just be the, like, we have extra. Right? Do we still have extra in our budget?
I'm sorry, extra for what?
Well, that line item hasn't been figured out in the year and a half that I've been on the board of like budget surplus.
Yeah.
Surplus.
It has never been picked through and figured out.
Surplus.
We don't,
It's supposed to be for these extra things.
we don't
Yeah. I
have
don't know accurate number on what
hundred,
that is.
I don't think we have $160,000 anywhere. Is that what it
But
said
it's
on
like
the?
144
Yeah.
or something.
We used to have like
That
Uh,
money?
and then some of it was spent on painting, and so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's down a little, but there's still budget surplus.
Just in terms of mechanics of a motion, what if we moved, and I'm just
Mhm.
playing with the words right now, move to authorize Ally to purchase up to $6,000 of computers and such, and transfer $3,000 from the DCF to our general funds, and then pay it that way. That way, we've just taken an amount from DCF, I'll call it half, whether we label it the, the staff computers, for these general purposes. I don't think we need to get down to the, $25 here or there. If we just say, 3,000 out of the VCF, the rest to come out of our existing cash, and authorize the purchase of the computers and related software. And then when we budget for next year, we'll make sure that we're budgeting for software renewals at the same time. That makes sense?
Yeah, and watch
I think we
that,
should make
we're
it by
budgeting for
which
computers
line
in
item,
another, what, 3
uh,
years or something,
Yeah.
like we have to.
The rest of it that the
And-
BCF isn't
yeah.
covering it, where that's, which line item is that gonna come from?
Right,
That needs to be.
go back. to-
Inventory,
Yeah, let me take a look at,
513, 5134 is the HRA expense.
for computer purchase. And I'll look at QuickBooks and talk with Carol.
Well, if we're gonna vote on it now, we can decide now.
What's that?
If we're gonna vote on it now, we should decide on it.
Yeah. Okay,
I like Roger's idea, so
Mhm.
I would like to make a motion to purchase computers as Roger just stated.
Very
that was batting my words around.
So let's clarify where the source of money is coming from.
$3,000 from the Vermont Community Fund,
Yeah,
and the remainder to come from
existing cash.
Existing
as
cash.
You said.
existing cash,
Okay.
and we'll find the line budget item to put with them to, and they're all gonna go into fixed assets, anyway, probably.
Right, so we still have to.
That's just so wordy.
Oh, sorry. Move to purchase 6 computers, $3,000 to be drawn from Vermont Community Fund, and the remaining balance to be taken from available cash.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye. Passes unanimously. Computers will be bought.
Woohoo! It was a good discussion.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they were,
These
computers a month ago
Yeah.
2 months
Let's also be aware, we said computer, so that doesn't include the software. That'll have to be a separate motion on a separate, maybe next meeting. To
Okay.
figure out if we're gonna spend the money on the software.
Mhm.
We definitely need to, but it has to be a vote.
Do we have any idea the cost of that when you guys?
I mean, it doesn't have to be a vote. It can be, I can just take it out of the line item for
For online services.
online services.
That works.
So I'm assuming there's no technology budget per se
No.
within our, yeah.
We do not. That might be something that we start thinking about.
Mhm.
A lot of libraries do, like, you buy a new computer every year.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah.
you're constantly in flux.
Yeah, probably don't have one.
Um, Yeah, the problem is that they bought all of these computers at the exact
Yeah.
same time.
And we're
They
doing that
all-
again.
Doing it
Yeah.
again, right?
Which was kind of one reason why I was like, well, let's not buy the exact same
Yeah.
computer. Let's
Right.
change it up a little bit. So if something, if they find out that there's a problem with the Think Center in 2 years, we don't have to buy 7 new Think
Right.
Centers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that might be something that 3 years down the line,
Yeah.
we say, it's time to start thinking about.
Yep.
how we're going to replace our technology. It can be part of our strategic plan too.
Yeah.
I don't know if this sounds reasonable to you, but it said standard edition of cost freeze, deep freeze costing around $40 to $46 per workstation.
Oh,
And the
okay, yeah.
enterprise edition costing 60, no, I'm just reading that AI generated, so we
Oh,
don't want to
okay,
take that
yeah.
to the bank. But, so
So
it
that-
doesn't seem, I think, it doesn't seem like it's super duper expensive.
Yeah, that sounds.
So even if
reasonable.
we're $50 a piece times 6 computers,
No,
not even,
maybe
300.
wouldn't even, it says on the community.
Yeah.
Yes, 3. So hopefully that's
Yeah.
true, because it.
$100.
Nope.
How bad are the community,
Yeah,
computers right now?
I'm sorry,
The community computers,
how bad are they?
yeah, like what?
They're not great.
They're not great.
Well,
Okay.
Great. I mean, out of all of it, so, the one in the kids' room works 90% of the time, maybe generously. Kendra's doesn't connect to the internet a lot.
Staff has to be.
Ellis sounds like it's going to explode in a
The
minute.
community ones,
Uh,
the kids ones, and I guess the 2 other ones.
Yeah, the 2 other ones are not awful.
The kids are happy to play their games. so
Yeah.
there's not too much
But
complaining about
the
that.
operating system is no longer supported as
Yeah,
of
the op-
today.
Today.
And that's significant,
Yep.
which means anything
I mean,
happens.
it's immediately vulnerable to any
Yep.
new viruses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That people come out with.
Right.
And those people are gonna start making new viruses
Yep.
because they
Yeah,
know.
right.
They probably have them all queued up right now.
Right, yeah.
They're already developed.
Let's go. Yeah,
Oh, God.
yeah.
Okay.
And I see we have, for library, office supplies, cataloging, 3,000 left, but I'm sure it's used for many other.
Yes, that's all like paper and everything that we buy.
So it won't be able to come out of that.
No.
Did you just say that though? Am I like going crazy?
No, online services.
Oh, online services.
Yeah,
Thanks.
and that would probably push it over budget, but we pull the money, if we have to, we'll pull the money from the HRA surplus to cover it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we're good on computer funds?
Right. Next.
Next up, bookkeeper position. Okay.
I'm trying to be quiet, but sometimes it's really hard for me to be like,
Good.
We're in favor of a bookkeeper position.
So I don't, do you all know how I met Carol?
Not at all.
No.
Okay, so I was having trouble with my hip as we all age. You guys aren't there yet.
I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm way past
And
Julie.
so
Yeah.
I was going to PT and
What's with Becky?
with Rebecca.
Yeah.
And it just serendipitously, oh, Carol's leaving. Oh, you want to find something to, not be totally brain dead in retirement.
Yeah.
And so that's how the connection was made. So I know very little about anything. Like Carol told me 25 hours a month, give or take.
Yeah.
And that's about all I know. And
Mhm.
take minutes and come to the trustee meetings.
Yeah.
And run QuickBooks, which
And-
I've done since the DOS version. So
Okay.
that's not an issue for me.
Yeah, she did mention that,
Yeah.
which, by the way, did date you.
Yeah, for sure. You knew I wasn't 27.
Yeah, I mean, I'm relatively new to the board, even though I'm the treasurer, came on last year. And, have really enjoyed working with Carol. She's been very collaborative and we've
Right.
worked together well. And, she's able to say, because we've got what has been shown a good separation of duties.
Yeah, okay.
You would prepare everything, either Richard or I, most of the time, I would sign the checks, review I initial each of them.
Transfer funds.
Just basically checking for.
Somebody review the bank recs.
Yep.
Okay.
And
And where do you live, Roger?
I live in Westover.
Okay, so you're,
I'm about 15 minutes from here.
okay.
Where do you live?
I live in Jacksonville, right down the street from Ally.
Okay.
Never met her. But new neighbor.
But now I'll know when I go to the library, I'll just look over.
Yeah.
At the post office, I'll just look
Yeah.
over to see if they're.
Being able to make the meetings would not be a problem for you?
No.
Okay, that's great.
And if it is, I'd give somebody way advance notice. So that somebody could take the minutes at least, and I'd have all the reports prepped for you before, I went to Alaska or
Yep.
Costa Rica or somewhere fun.
Yep.
Oh.
No, I'm dreaming over here. Still want someone to take the minutes. That started happening when we had so much going on. There's a little bit less now. I don't know if it's still.
And
It's up
like I
to
said
you.
before, I think the value of having the bookkeeper here
Just
when we're
alone.
going over the reports
Okay,
is
yeah.
definitely worth it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That makes
And
sense.
might as well.
So do you want me to
use
take?
her being here already to take the notes,
It's kind
and it helps her be more interactive too. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about what I need to be putting here versus, trying to make sure
Yeah.
I'm getting what
Yeah.
people are.
And I did not want, so I was a board member at, on the AIDS project of Southern Vermont,
Okay.
down in Pratt. And, I did not want to be the treasurer.
Right.
I did that. I woke
Yep.
up in the morning, I went to bed, and so I was a secretary. So I have done
Okay.
that duty for them.
Okay.
But that's the only time I
Okay.
was a secretary, always treasurer, never the secretary. But yeah. Do you want anything about my background, or you don't care? or- You're a warm body, you can show up, you can take the minutes. So, it's just, I've been an accountant, my whole accountant and tax preparer, for almost the entirety of my career. As I said, I've used QuickBooks almost since it came out. I've used the online version since it came out.
Okay.
I don't even know what version they're on. I passed the CPA exam in Massachusetts many more years than I want to admit ago. And that's it's about it. I really like accounting and bookkeeping, but in the last few years, I've really especially last year, I've really taken a step back. I bought an old house,
Mm.
like 1790, and it needed renovations.
Oh.
Never again, never again. And so I took a step back, and I'm trying to, I've definitely crept maybe at a faster pace lately toward retirement. I'm ready, but I'm not ready to fully retire in any way, shape, or form. So I work for a dairy farm down in Deerfield, Mass, and an arts organization in Shelburne. I still have one gig with Yale, and so this would be something else that I would do. But I'm looking to keep my work life below 75 hours a week. Yeah, done that, been there, done that. That kind of done, but I don't want to just be home every day either.
Yep.
I'd like like when you don't know what day it is, sometimes that's good, but I'd like a little more structure to my week.
Code case tells me what day it is.
And I enjoy people too. I enjoy.
I know.
And I am originally from Connecticut, very originally.
Okay.
But then I went to school outside of Boston, and my kids were born and raised in South, like near Plymouth, Massachusetts. Yeah, so that's the best way. And now I'm here.
We're in Connecticut.
So southern Connecticut. Do you know where? Well, I'm south of New Haven, Connecticut.
Okay.
Travis,
Yeah,
Where?
my wife's from
Oh.
Stanford or Greenwich.
Stanford,
Yeah.
Stratford.
Ridgefield.
Okay.
Because I was like,
Yeah.
driving.
I was just looking there. Meetup has a hike there. I'm not going to that one.
I grew up in the other corner of Connecticut, northeastern corner, Towson,
Oh.
for nothing but a speedway.
That's quiet.
Yes,
Corner.
very. Like, I could throw a stone to Massachusetts or to Rhode Island.
Well, that's,
That's the corner.
yeah. So, I mean, that's basically my
Yeah.
story in a nutshell. I think I'm okay in terms, it's just the transition from Carol, like, what's the log on for QuickBooks? Like, what's your procedure for getting the bills?
Yep.
Like, how often do you pay? Like,
Yep.
where do you leave the checks at the library? I can always send them in with Allison. Like, I can drive to like,
Yeah.
I don't know if
Turner here where she prints the checks and then
I can print them at home
and
too.
then leaves them in a little slot we have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
Roger, I will sign them.
Yep.
yeah. So it's just,
Yeah.
it's going.
Whatever way works, just, if, the only thing I ask, and Carol's been really good with it, it's, just because it's got to reach one of us when you need that cash, because we
Yeah.
keep the minimum amount of cash in
Yep.
the checking.
Mhm.
When you need 10, 20,000, shoot a note to the two of us.
You'll
and
transfer.
one of us will- And I've finally learned I can do it in about 30 seconds if I caught
Yeah.
the text.
What's your bank?
Um,
It's Wilmington, it's the,
But the one in the-
CB, Community Bank.
The one in the
Yeah.
Shaw's
Yeah.
Plaza.
Yeah, community bank,
Community
yeah,
bank,
yeah,
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 Community bank.
community bank,
Yeah.
yeah.
the name just like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, everyone's like, we know where it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. If we need money, we can drive there.
I've been in there twice, I think.
They're very helpful, actually.
They are quite nice.
Yeah.
They're very nice. But you know, we do, everything is online.
Okay, good.
And, yeah, I mean, if you're able to print the check, I don't see a problem with it. If you're able to print the checks at home and give them to Ally to bring in, that's fine too.
Yeah, whatever,
Uh,
whatever works.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make it simple for.
Is that a giant bottle of Advil?
It is.
Okay.
We'll pass it over.
Yeah.
Nichols made me think of it.
So yeah, it's just that getting your email,
Yep.
getting Ally's email, just making sure I'm plugged in.
Yep.
And I'm sure Carol's gonna make herself available, for whatever.
Yeah.
Bank statements come
Yep.
here, stuff
Yep.
like.
Send out the reports of the entire board each
Yeah,
month.
and
before
she's
meeting.
got the email that she uses is a library email.
Yes.
So you'll probably
Saw that. I can't-
you just inherit
Yeah.
that, would probably be the
Gmail.
easiest thing.
Yes,
It's,
I think there
Yeah,
is
'cause it's
a,
all public record.
Yeah.
All the emails are part of public record.
Oh, so be careful. We don't
Yeah.
like no recipe swapping or things,
no,
yeah,
venting.
yeah.
Try, because each of us have obviously got our own personal emails as well, and we frequently find ourselves, oh, shit, I just sent that out via
Yeah,
the personal email instead of the library email, or I think I got your director's report yesterday on my Roger Cardinal email,
Oh.
not my Roger C at Dover Free, but for stuff like this, it's not an issue. It's we was mostly.
Dover's great.
Yeah. And I didn't create it. That's what they gave me. Roger C at Dover Free.
You're Diane G at Dover.
Oh, hey.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's just remembering to do that. That's unusual, I think, for a library to have that much transparency.
Yeah.
Not that it's.
Yep. But I think I think it's a good practice.
Roger, let me give you my email
Sure.
address so
Yep.
that you have it and you,
Yep.
you can all
Yep.
vote on me yay or nay, and then
Yep.
you can tell
Yep.
me.
Yep.
So it's Kyle, KYLE .Hamilton 2020 at Gmail. And was Carol on payroll or 1099?
Yeah, 99.
So she was an independent contractor. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Can you read it?
Good. I brought my dogs because I
Okay.
thought it was gonna be a
Okay.
quick, like,
Nope.
me,
I don't
oh, you
need that.
saw them.
Oh,
Yeah, they're Danes.
okay.
I thought it was gonna be a relatively quick meeting or great, so if
Oh.
you don't mind if I leave,
Nope.
and they won't come accompany me next time.
I feel like you should
They
bring
can
that
come next time. Huh?
No, have them.
They may get the whatever supervised. Categorize. They're vulnerable.
They're vulnerable.
Yeah, well, it was really nice to
Great
meet
meeting you.
everybody.
You too.
Thank you. Let me know, Roger, like what
Okay.
next steps are, please. Okay,
We'll do
and
that.
so I don't want to drop any balls.
Great.
Good. All
Thank you,
right.
Kyle. Thank you.
You too.
Thank you.
Off I go. The alley.
Anyone else have any
got
questions
no
or
beef.
comments as far as the
I got
bookkeeper
no beef with
position?
that. What, any thoughts?
Motion to hire her as bookkeeper to replace Carol.
Mhm.
I'd like to make a motion because I really like her.
I'll second that.
Do we want to pick or offer a certain pay rate? 'Cause she said 20 to 25 is what Carol told.
What's?
Right now, I think we're paying her. Because remember, we hit her
She,
raises.
she does make
Yeah.
this recently, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the.
Carol has also been taking a discounted rate for her attendance at the meetings,
Yeah.
which I never thought made a lot of sense. It was a concession that she was doing. I
Yeah.
just don't think that's something that we need to do or
No.
should be doing. I don't think,
Stay at the same.
an
rate.
hour is an hour of her time.
I mean, I don't want to offer her with that $20 range because she does have a lot of experience.
Yeah.
And I think the top of the range, then, I would say offer her range of 20.
And what are we paying Carol now? 30, we said?
I'm looking it up right now
Okay.
to see if I can find it.
Given her,
This is
her
all-
experience and her willingness to work with us on everything as far as
With
even getting checks
everything
and
and,
everything.
and
I would-
and selfishly from,
I would feel comfortable paying her the higher end.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I'd be comfortable going with 25, frankly.
Yeah.
I just want to know how much we're paying. Carol.
Yeah, me too. That's what-
Carol, like
second.
26, then I'd be like.
Right, no, I agree. I agree,
but
but,
paying her, I thought it was 30.
yeah, I think so. But from a selfish perspective, the fact that she'll probably hit the ground running, is gonna be very helpful to me and, you know, to both of us as, and then I see spending time with her. To get the budgeting spread the way I had hoped that we could, so that we've got more meaningful.
It sounds like she has a general idea that you've given her at the time.
Yeah.
frame.
And I was sort of reading her reaction. She's very comfortable with that, where Carol had tried, and it was one thing that Carol just had never done. So she wasn't sure how she could get, if we had a $20,000 item that was gonna hit 10,000 in October and 10,000 in April. She wasn't sure how she could do that, because every
Yeah.
time she put it into QuickBook, it wanted to say,
I wanted
you
to do its
know,
own thing.
$2,000 a month. And
No, I love her.
Yeah,
books
yeah.
Because that was the one thing I think that we were talking about last meeting where I said,
Yep.
I really want to make sure there's somebody who can.
Yeah.
Sit there and like explain everything that is going into
Yep.
each.
I liked her attitude. I like the sense that she's coming in with a lot of knowledge, but she's not coming in with, I know everything.
Yeah.
Poor Kendra.
You went too far.
Almost at
It's
2
already-
hours now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we
Yep.
maybe we can keep the shorter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we get an abbreviated version of it?
We haven't even hit the.
Your song and dance.
We're at 2 hours
Whoa.
almost already.
Yeah.
Keep the thing first.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, we got one more thing to go over.
You got, somebody has to make a motion.
Yep.
So what
Oh.
was
For like, check.
Carol?
Yeah,
Does anyone?
all those
It
things.
doesn't
can
have it,
happen, Right?
Do we have
Well,
an account with
you
anyone
know-
to do a background check?
Oh, I'm sorry, background check? Yes. we can-
Yes, right.
Yeah,
Don't we do that before we hire someone?
Have we done that?
no, we have
Oh,
not done
okay.
that. It's $30 an hour with,
Per hour.
with the $20 for the meeting minutes, but,
Okay.
Okay.
um,
And that was what.
no, we don't do background checks before hiring, but we do fingerprinting after hiring, so.
But she's not an employee.
She's not an employee, so we wouldn't technically do that usually, but I
Yeah.
mean, I can pay to run a background check on
Yeah.
her. I'm sure there are many websites that will allow me to do that.
So can I make?
How does fingerprinting happen after?
Because it never used to happen, so we didn't ever fingerprint anybody. again.
Hired before that became.
Yeah.
We're already hired.
Yeah,
Offer get started. Oh, by the way, we found out we can't actually have.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's,
Yeah.
we just started fingerprinting like last year, so.
Okay, so
So if it's a $30 hour rate, I'd like to. The 25 an hour, so I'd like to make a motion to hire Kyle for the bookkeeper position at $25 an hour.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Right?
Aye.
Great.
Passes unanimously.
Okay.
All right. And she's gone.
You want me to reach out to
Because we have
her,
the,
tell her that?
I mean, are we gonna
and-
be able to
and-
fit all this?
Make arrangements, okay?
From you would be good.
Yep.
A lot.
If you could also send that email to all of
Well,
us.
yeah,
so
the
we don't have-
library
Yep.
board director's report.
And then, I'll check and see, do we want to, do you want to give her or set her up, or have Carol set her up with
I would
using
think
the
it would
same
be- Why rush it?
email for the library?
You know?
Right.
Kendra?
We should
Why
have
rush
both of
it?
them just come in
Yeah.
and with us and sit down and
Oh, yeah,
transfer everything.
Yep.
and figure everything
Yep.
out.
yeah, good idea.
If you CC me on your email to her, maybe that would be. Kendra,
I don't have a copy of my thing. Can we put it up on the screen?
um,
Okay, Mostly it has not been a real program heavy situation. I've been doing a lot of trainings and things and getting things organized. I got my CPR, so if anybody has a heart attack, I can save your life.
Right.
They can also operate an AED, which we do not have here. I can also, no, we don't have an AED site, but if there was one, I'd know how to use it.
Okay, good.
And then,
Machine.
yeah, I can do all sorts of first aid thing. And that was all what I did in order to start my safe sitter thing, which I am, go hang up your bag.
That's my favorite t-shirt of yours so far.
Thank you. I do love this one. Good one. It's pretty accurate to my life. See, it's not me that makes these things long, Diane. Side quests, like, whoa.
Oh, I'm guilty.
Yeah. We did a lot of things. We see a lot of new faces at Library Explorers Club, including both local people and people who are just visiting. But also some repeat people who are visiting, like people who come fairly regularly. And so now they're like, they know to like come to the library, which is yay. And we went to Fairy Tale Festival, which is awesome. And we did the Peter Rabbit booth again at Dover Day, which is also awesome. Our school drop off, many kids just got off the bus. Very chill, like going great. Ignore that one. She's just delighted. So it's mostly stuff that is going to happen. It's my update. Like tomorrow we're having Carolina, who's the VAMS art teacher. She is coming here and we are paying her to run an art program for the half day. Tomorrow's a half day. Would you like me to shoot you the link?
Yeah.
For the
Yes.
Frankenstein
Oh.
program. I think it says that we had 7, but that was before. So it was 8, and if Coral comes, it'll be 9.
But you didn't know about
And she should have. It was not for lack of trying.
But the other kids know, because I'm like, normally you have like 1 million people signing up.
Well, short of me going to everyone's house saying we are kind of at where I can be. I have sent it out to the newsletter. I put it on
Done.
every Facebook thing. I could go door to door, but I don't think we can afford the hours that way.
Pushing it.
The problem is I think
Probably people just gonna show up anyway.
yeah, digital stuff. I feel like now we just get so many things that it's really hard to differentiate them. We get a lot to our phones constantly, and the school doesn't send home papers anymore. So, but when I'm at the school on Thursdays for laughter, which I shoot down, one of the things that lets me do is there are several kids I'm getting FaceTime with that aren't frequent flyers here at the library. So like when there is certain things coming up, I can send home papers, but I can just bring them and hand them out. So I think that will be another good avenue for getting the word directly into the hands of people who aren't looking for our advertisement. And then I can also, get that hype going with the kids, and then they really want to go. And we all know the main reason kids come to the library is because they bug their parents until they bring them. And we have the half day all set up to do it over at the town hall. We have 8 kids signed up for that, but there's like a lot of kids I am anticipating signing up, but parents just
Or waiting until the last second.
yes, probably haven't gotten their brains that far out because there's so much going on.
I know, because the programs are normally like crazy busy.
Well, my school year program's not terribly. Especially if I require signups. Like with Bear, it was usually like 5 to 6 kids. Oh, hey, can you go do what you gotta do?
Trying.
I got my senior stuff done, and I am moving towards getting my safe sitter instructor thing. Like I'm filling out all the paperwork that they need. So we're like in process there. The person I have to work with is on vacation, so I don't know who authorized that. It is a babysitter training course, and the Rotary gave me a grant, so I can get trained in it, and then I can teach all the kids how to be babysitters, and then we can finally have 12 and 13-year-olds who are like capable of babysitting. So we can pay daycare staff $90 an hour.
What daycare staff?
Well, they're all going to look for babysitter hours. Then so we did laughter, and it was great, and all the kids had too much fun. And then some people were like, "Oh, I didn't know you were doing it on Thursday." And I was like, "That was on purpose. I didn't tell anyone because I didn't know what the first laughter session was going to be, and I didn't want to have like 40 kids sign up and have it be a big." We got Dover school visits
that are starting up. I'm getting all the lists from the families. We do have like a lot of kids that join. Like today, I think a new kid in third grade started. So I have to figure out who's who and get library card applications out and then get all up in everybody's business as I do. Me and Alice are gonna do a field trip over because Patsy's running the school library now as a long-term sub. And they have some systems that are like real library specific type stuff, not like the IT department can't help them. They already asked and they're like, we don't know how to use it. And me and Alice are like, and I'm like, I know a guy who knows how to use it. Alice. So me and Alice are gonna go help Patsy. So like slowly but surely the Dover school is gonna just be like, Dover Free Library, what would we do without them? They're already like that, let's be honest. And then I got my Magic the Gathering thing going. And then I gotta get Santa's visit. So like I'm doing my CPL stuff, which I just did, my cataloging class. It's really boring. It's not boring, it's just so much information and you never knew how much punctuation and all this crap and it's ridiculous.
I love it. I love it so much.
It's like learning another language and I am not here for it. I'm doing it though. And then yeah, so there's a lot going on. It's a lot of mental stuff and it really stinks because it's not translating to paper. I don't feel like about everything that's going on, but like there's a lot going on. That's what I got going. That's as short as they can get. Sorry. That was great.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Kendra.
We're gonna have babysitters. We're gonna have kids who know how to play Magic the Gathering soon.
We're gonna have Santa.
We're gonna have Santa.
Awesome.
There's some trunk or treating happening, but like strangely, that's one's not me. So go to go. And break.
Thank you.
That was short but fast and
Yeah.
good.
that was good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oof.
That happened now too. My child pick up to taking the bus to the library tomorrow.
All right, Allison.
Allison, same thing. Action.
And I'll try to stop asking questions.
No side quests?
Okay. I'm bringing it up. Okay, so we have our cabinet outside and it's been the most frequently asked question this week. What is that cabinet out there? It's our new neighborhood pantry, named TBA. Probably neighborhood pantry.
I like it.
We're still workshopping it. So the model will be take what you need, leave what you can. And where we found that people were really thankful about the food that Miss Kathy was bringing and dropping off here all summer long. So we are hoping to kind of expand that and find a way for the community to share more food. So yeah, I got to put some shelves in there. I brought home my drill, so I have to bring my drill back. And, the carpentry work never ends. So that's coming up. We got some naloxone boxes for the library. For those who are not familiar with naloxone, it treats overdoses. The really great thing about naloxone is that it is a drug that only does exactly what it's supposed to do. So if you're having an overdose, it will save your life. If you are not having an overdose, it will do absolutely nothing to you. So it's not one of like, of course, we're not going to give it to children to play with, but like if for some reason a child had it and sprayed it and, inhaled it, it would do absolutely nothing.
Are you guys all trained up on how to administer it?
Kendra and I have to train Alice. It takes about 35 seconds.
Yep.
Here, stick this in someone's nose and squeeze. And then give them CPR if they're dead still.
And Kendra can now.
Yes.
Just hold enough less than
Yeah.
that.
So we're excited about that. Voices of Hope got us set up for that. The tool library is gorgeous. It's set up. If I do say so myself, my carpentry skills yet again came in handy. You can check any of those items out. It's the beautiful thing about this setup is that when the snow starts falling, we'll take all of those tools down and we will substitute the snowshoes in there. So it will also still be beautiful, but with snowshoes and seasonally appropriate things. We already talked about the strategic planning. Disappointing news that our main book distributor that we've used for the last 2 years, Baker and Taylor, is going out of business. We sent an email like after it's been very much talked about in, publishing worlds and everything. But they sent us an email yesterday that said for sure they are definitely going out of business. So they have not actually been fulfilling orders for like the last month, 2 months. So that's why we have very few new books out there. So Ingram now has all of our business and the new books hopefully will start pouring in. So, okay, and then transitioning here to programming.
And you don't see any major impact on budget or costs?
No, the price should have should not be really any different. We were able to cancel everything that we had with Baker and Taylor, so we won't see duplicates of books show up. We're
still gonna have to put 87 little stubs into that one envelope for the check?
Maybe, Ingram might be worse. Brodar is even worse.
To get bigger envelopes.
Yeah. I don't know about how Ingram's works. I just know that they're really hard to cancel books with.
Do we do that a lot?
Not really, but when I came on, there had been books that had been back ordered. So they, when I came on, there had been books that like Ashna had ordered a year earlier and I was trying to cancel them and it was really difficult for some reason. Now that I am actually like an administrator on there, which was also for some reason really hard to get me on there. They did one of those things where they're like, you don't have your password. I email them and like, I don't have I can't get the password because I don't have access to the email on file. And they were like, okay, great. We'll reset your password for you. And we'll send it to the email on file. And I'm like, but no, that doesn't help me at all. And we went about that for like a year and a half.
Oh,
Ellis had the wherewithal to stick with it and get login credentials. I don't know who he sweet talked. Yeah, that's why I love him so much. So now we're in Ingram. It should be okay. So Fairy Tale Festival, Kendra talked about already. 1,200 people came through the gates by like 2:30 in the afternoon. So I think we were one of the best tents there. The kids really seem to enjoy it. Our 3 outreach events in October are we already had Dover Day, which was great. It was like 90 degrees. The kids had a whole bunch of fun bouncing in the bounce house. We did our fairy tale. We were able to reuse a lot of the stuff from Fairy Tale Festival October Day too. And I also brought 2 chickens this year. Last year I only brought 1. I brought 2 chickens this year, and the back of my car still has hay in it. And maybe some chicken poop. It was on a Sunday, so we opened the library especially for that event too. And we had a lot of traffic come through that day and had made out some new cards. The wellness fair is coming up on this Friday. And it's a completely different audience than Dover Day. It's the older community members. Last year, I had a lot of good conversations with people there. Even better, I made connections with other community organizations. So last year we received the money from the Food for Kids out of that. That ended up being one of the bonuses of participating in that. And we were the only library in the area who participated. So take that. We're the best one. And then we're doing trunk or treat at the end of the month. And Ellis, Emery, and I, spoiler alert, are doing Hocus Pocus. And we are going to be the best car there. We're gonna give out a whole bunch of books to kids, and we were able to source all books that we already had. You know,
I have a Mary
that was gonna be
Simpson
Billy?
costume if you need it.
oh, we already,
Oh, okay.
we already got it, yeah. I'm sorry,
Is also gonna be Billy?
Ellis is gonna be Mary Sanderson.
Oh.
Yes, Emery's gonna be Winifred. She really digs the fact that she gets to be the one in charge.
Wow.
Yurt?
I know, shocking. So we had a lot of fun doing the paint pour with Ramona Gagne. She was our guest artist to show us how to do it. Her friend was with her, who is also an artist and is going to teach us a different craft, probably in November, called cyanotype, which is creating prints with blue ink. It's very cool. You can do it like on fabric. And then the gardening talk we had coincided with the opening of our tool library. Sort of, the tools were available. Beautiful setup.
Does people come for that?
Yes, we had like 7 or 8 people come for that. Yeah, which was kind of more than I expected because it was at noon, on a Tuesday.
For Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, some older people, retired people who couldn't move their schedules around.
And what about the paint or one?
That we had 7 for that one too.
Wow. Yeah, great. That's awesome.
And we did that all outside because it was messy. So Ellis has started hosting an open craft night, which is great because it fulfills that craft thing that people seem to want. But when we were offering how-to crafts that I was doing, nobody really wanted to come. So they like the professional artists better than me. That's okay. I dig it. But the open craft night is they just kind of bring their crafts. So
Has he done it already?
he's done it already
Does
twice.
people go?
People have come. Yeah, we had 10 the first time, and I think
wow.
5 the second time. So I would love to come. I just
So people just come and is it in here or over
it's in
there?
here, and it's very low key. He buys some snacks, and that's the only cost to the library, is like chips and dip. And we're trying to pawn off the leftovers from the craft swap on them as
Yeah.
well. Like, do you need
Yeah.
10,000 buttons?
Great synergies there.
Full fish there and all the
Yeah.
cereal and everything.
Yeah, we kept it all up for Dover Day too. He did it the day before
I
Dover
saw
Day.
it there.
People left things at Dover Day. We ended up with more things than we started.
Oh, craft swap.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I think the school would use some of that too.
Yeah, can we let Kendra go through everything too
Mhm.
before we put it out so she can steal stuff for her little hoard?
Reach out to the art house.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep swapping until we get rid of it. People really like to give us fabric though, downside.
I took
I
fabric last
can-
time.
We need to make like a
I can use
Saul
for the
clothes
laughter
making
program I
thing.
run. It's
Sweet. Take as much as you need.
There's also the thrift store would take.
Yeah, they'll take some. They're closing soon for like a month to renovate, so we didn't want to dump it all on them right before.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh, dear.
yeah,
Good to know.
very soon. So plan.
I went in today because it.
Mahjong's back every Thursday. We've been having a good turnout for that. Line dancing. Bethany is pregnant, so she'll be back when she can. And sign language kind of had a natural end at the end of the summer. People stopped being able to come, but that's okay because we needed that night for other programs anyway. And 2 of which are in October. Tonight we have From Stitches to Smiles at 6 p.m. And then next Tuesday we have author Schaefer talking, and both are kind of inspiring programs that tell about personal growth journeys. And we have Book to Movie Club again at the end of October.
Awesome.
Will come to the movie club.
We get 2 or 3 people but it's free. It's a free program to run.
Yeah.
It doesn't really cost us anything, so it's evening.
Requires you to be here though, right?
It requires me to be here, but the great thing about me is I'm free, so you pay me regardless.
No, but like, yeah, we don't wanna.
Yeah, you know, I'm here.
Most of your place,
Quick
be cool.
thing, I think the sign, the hours need to be, changed.
They do need to be
Yeah.
changed. Yes, I will change them.
We need to change it anywhere else.
No, it's been changed on the website. It's been changed on Google.
Town, does the town site have it?
The town site, I think, just goes directly to us.
Cool.
I will change it on a day I can move my right
Can you delegate that task?
arm. I could. It's just, it's actually really easy. It's just unscrewing and screwing. Like a couple, like it's like 4 screws. It's very easy. It's just,
I could do that for me.
I didn't want to do it in the
Okay,
pouring
okay.
rain. Oh, yeah. I got the tools. I got,
That's why I'm feeling.
have you not seen?
All right.
Sometimes.
So I think we're good on your
Yeah.
report. Any questions for?
For sure.
Comments? Thank you for your great job. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I got it. The public approves of it.
The public agree. Thank you, public.
So now.
All right. Now,
Now you
we
have to
need to
get
make a
kick me
motion
out.
to go into
Yep.
executive session.
I would love to make a motion to enter executive session at 3:10 PM. You'll pause the
Open session.
All right. We're done with the executive session. We pulled off back into the room. And we want to start. Things went for the last.
I think things went well. I can't believe it's been a year already. It's flown by. I think we did a great job in summer reading. I think I'm very pleased with the amount of programming and outreach that we've been able to do this year.
Any opportunities or things that they could follow back?
What happened this year?
All the things.
I'm just trying to think
It's
about.
supposed to be done. Open,
Yeah, this is,
is it?
the only part would be the evaluation that we first discussed before we presented to her. Yeah. After that, it's public record, it's gonna go.
I can't even remember what has happened this past year. Like I wasn't.
I know, we're kind of throwing it on you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't
we
think
didn't
of
have
it.
much
I feel
planning.
like maybe in the future we could
We'll
have
give
you
it to
fill
like
out your
ahead
own
of time.
evaluation.
I do a selfie belt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I have the staff do. Yeah, I mean, I know I often bite off bigger chunks than I can chew sometimes, so sometimes things go slower than I anticipate. I wish we could have gotten to strategic planning earlier. But
Things that you like to work on this year?
oh, that's a good question. I haven't even thought about it.
Strategic plan is one of the.
Strategic plan
Mhm.
is the major one. Yeah, getting all those computers set up and ready to go is another. Um,
Like you said, no, this is on the fly, so. if you
Yeah.
Have a lot of this, that's okay.
I'm
I get it.
excited about the opportunity about like, Dessert Social has taken, I think, you know, we learned a lot from the last 2 years, and I think we're on track to make it like a really strong year next year.
Event.
Strong event, and you know, it's a heavy lift. It's not an easy thing to
Yeah.
do, and it's
So,
yeah. I think we're probably on a good stage now to know like what we need to do in advance and what we need to do that day and what we need to do 2 days before, stuff like that.
Mhm. And you're redefining it, you know, you're.
Yeah, we really have.
Mhm.
And that was part of like the learning curve is like, we'll figure out what works best for us. Like, we know that maybe a sit down talk is not the best thing to do. And we worked on that this year, but like,
Well, it used to be though, that's interesting. So, but it's.
yeah, the community has changed, I think. So, yeah, and definitely like the people who really come to the library more has the average age has definitely dropped since at least Kendra started. I think.
Yeah.
She's pulling in the younger kids. So, yeah, having it to be like the whole place just feels more family friendly. We get lots of great comments from people about like, oh, it's so much brighter in here. It's so much more welcoming in here. It's so much warmer. And it's been nice.
I think those are all very good points. All right,
Is
I
there
think,
anything you want to see more of this year? Like, you're like, oh, I'm excited to do this or. Yeah, and those are big ones already.
Naps. Library naps.
Yeah, library naps. We could bring dogs in.
Yeah,
That's
yes. Oh my goodness. I just told Kyle, I'm like, bring the dogs.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Heck, yeah.
I've been trying to convince my husband to get like a small dog that we
if you don't
could.
want a hot dog running around, I'll bring me in over.
Yes, I'm in.
Oh, wow, she'll run. She'll be.
I'm in.
You at the last meeting, we're talking about like donations to the library and working on like, I can't remember exactly what you said, but like when people leave money in their wills.
Oh, yeah. Like end of life planning,
Mhm.
end of life giving.
Seems like that's a strength for you, like grant writing and things like that.
I mean, I don't mind writing grants at all. I know a lot of people hate it.
Right. Well, means it's a strength of yours. You don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I think we just got like a little mini grant from ALA for some board games. I'm not sure why or how, but we got a thing saying we were getting a shipment. So
Cool.
For the magic.
no, it's Cards Against Humanity Family Edition.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, this is not the Potty Mouth special.
Yeah,
Well, it's more is boom.
yeah. Okay, do you want to start going, mind if I go over, last year's strengths, weaknesses and actions that we had? And so for strengths, last year was, vision for the library, setting a professional tone, a welcoming environment, staff and board relations, maintaining and improving the collection and bringing it up to date. Those are all things that you did well with last year, and I don't know,
I'm
something
sorry.
got unplugged, I think.
Oh,
maybe.
it's just the computer.
The power cable?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
It's plenty charged. What's up? Okay, you can just wear these with your shin guards and plates. I'm sorry, she has soccer practice in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Then for weaknesses, we had staff use / delegation, um, awareness of library utilization, which we feel you've done great on that since we've had this conversation last year. As well as adult programming, promotion / clarification, like people knowing if there's no program or not. That's also another thing we noted you've done well with, made progress on, which is great. For action items, we had train all this to take on more duties, modify the schedule and promote hours to the town, which you said like just connects to the website
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
So we just maybe just verify that to make
Yeah,
sure that's what
I
it
will.
is. Is there something else? You remember?
No,
That was it, right?
was it.
Your list there, I don't know.
For that, it was just that, I think, just making.
Promotion of the library.
Confirming that the hours were.
Oh, yeah.
Confirming that it actually leads to our website. And then, email the board holidays and scheduling. I think was just something we had asked of you.
Yeah, we did have a Google Sheets with a
Mhm.
calendar
Yep.
for a long time. I don't know if anybody ever checked it.
With the schedules of the staff?
Yeah.
Vacation time and stuff like that, or just general schedule?
Just general
I
I
schedule.
never checked that. I didn't know about it.
Yeah, no, we stopped doing it because we didn't think anybody was paying attention to it. So, we can start doing it again if you want.
Well, these are last year.
It was last
Yeah.
year's.
Okay,
I think we feel comfortable
I think
now.
continuing, maybe if
Yeah.
anyone's gonna be on vacation, that we
Yeah.
know, that just, I don't know, just helps.
Yeah.
It's just good to know.
I'm taking 2 days off in
review
November.
copies.
Maybe.
For you, and one of these will be the one that we sign. So, just to go by the 9 categories in order real quick.
No, you can't hold it right now. Go do it yourself.
They have
Well-
teacher in service today? Is that-
Yeah, it was conferences today.
Okay. So for preparing the budget, one thing was improve on budget follow through, which we and as do we have that into business?
Opportunity.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
maintain knowledge and
budget
follow through with
budget.
budget items. So it's like for when we have questions about specific items, maybe just kind of having a general knowledge of what falls into that category, and
Mhm.
when we have follow through questions, like sending an email out like, okay, this thing we discussed in the last meeting, this is the information on it.
Okay, all right, I can do that.
Next category, number 2. Managing the staff. That one fell under the winds. Yeah. Sorry, this back and forth. Do we want, I mean, we don't have to do it this format. I'm kind of doing too much back and forth. We want to just go over wins and go over opportunities.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
I
leave the
think
rest for her to read on her own as she needs. Does that make
If it
sense,
worked for
everyone?
you.
Questions, ask us.
All right,
Lots of great comments
Yeah.
in there.
okay.
You can
So-
read through it at your leisure.
So for
I
the
was
wins,
really happy to see everybody, like, almost everybody came and did the receipts this month. And that
Yeah.
was-
I haven't.
We got lectured by Carol, which was great.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
I needed that. I was like, oh.
I just need like a sticky note being like, Laura, you're looking at it.
Yep.
Sign your name.
all right, so let's go over wins first.
She just like flipped out.
But also maintains a great depth and breadth for the library collection. The community is happy to have her as our, like, I mean, do we want to elaborate more or just go over point by point real
Just go
quick?
by point by point.
Alright.
Yeah, no.
The community is happy to have her as our librarian, with her energy and kindness being a huge part of that.
I hear a lot of great things, just not from just inside the library, but also, we
Yep,
keep
just
our ear to the ground when we're
out.
outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
People love you.
Good.
Allison maintains a level of professionalism for herself and other employees where everyone feels respected. I think everyone who works here is pretty happy here.
I hope so.
Overall, it's from what I've seen and understand. We haven't exactly done a survey, but
Pick a good day.
and last in the winds was Allison has consistently worked at improving the library facilities. That's like maintaining the shelves, maintaining the cleanliness, all of the,
Painting, new
Yeah.
furniture, new
All that good
boards,
stuff.
new displays. A
Mhm.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people say it all the time. It looks brighter, it looks friendlier, it looks warmer, it looks more personable.
Yeah,
And that's a huge credit to you because you are a driving force behind making sure that happens.
thank you.
And so we can move on to opportunities now. Donating more tasks to employees and trustees to free up time for Allison to complete other tasks and projects. So maybe putting more on Alice's plate. So
Yeah.
her plate's not so overflowing.
Ellis has
Yeah.
definitely in the past year taken, especially in the past few months, taken like a lead on a lot of stuff. Like he's doing all the young adult purchasing now.
Okay.
And he redid the young adult collection and the graphic novel collection, and he's buying for it now. So I love to see that. Because that's not something I've seen before.
Yeah. I know we talked about maybe like the newsletter, having him
Yeah,
be more involved, maybe just take it over.
Yeah,
Could he
Yeah.
just be
Yeah.
the main person?
we would love to see that, because he's
could be.
As long as he has all the information he needs to post.
Yeah.
he's the face.
Yeah.
Or are you, like, what are you doing right now with the
With
newsletter?
the newsletter, it's kind of like a plug and play sort of situation.
But are like you doing it still?
I'm doing it, so, yeah. But it's, you know, I do at the same time as I do like the website and I do the Facebook events. So it's kind of, you know,
I feel like a lot of that could be delegated to
Mhm.
Ellis, like the Facebook events, I mean, that's something I feel like he would be able to be a really good contact for that,
Mhm.
because a lot of the people, their first contact coming in the library is
Is
Ellis
Ellis,
9
yeah.
times out of 10.
Yep.
So having him be in control of what is being posted on socials,
mhm,
because I'm sure there's people who come in and say, oh, I saw on Facebook,
yeah,
blah, 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 blah. And having him be like, oh, yes, I posted that.
Yeah.
Would be great.
Yeah.
Just so there's that continuity
Yeah.
for people.
Free up a little time for you?
the events that
We
he,
have
just
so
like,
much going
yeah,
on.
the ones that he's in charge of, he does.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And that's for the trustees part of that, and just be like, you know, like we did, have Laura write an article and send it to the newspaper.
Yeah,
that.
like I said, I want to be used as a resource. We are a resource for you too.
Mhm.
So, kind of going into that where it says promotion of the library in the newspaper and other non-electronic methods, not just an ad in the newspaper, but like
yeah, like a
come to
press
me with a
release.
list of stuff that's going to be happening at the library that an article,
Mhm.
you know, a quick.
Make a post
Or
and put it at the
sometimes
post
just a
office.
photograph.
We have, we have posters, we have lots of posters.
Yes.
Yeah,
We make
Seen them, but
or I put them out, you know.
So-
Runoff.
the one at the west of the post office ended up on the floor. So.
and then we discussed also,
We'll put them up.
Yeah.
well, there's a significant chunk of the local population who don't use electronic methods of communication.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And so their only access is, on the newspaper. Or the other thing I was, that I had brought up that I mentioned was looking into mailings, quarterly mailings of a calendar of events to
Okay,
get more people in the door. When I did this for something else, when I talked to the post office, they have a way to figure out people who are here year round,
yeah,
and that's the audience. So maybe figuring something out with that. And again, that's something you can delegate to Ellis to look into,
yeah,
see what the cost of that is, and
very expensive.
yeah, when I looked at it for its very specific year round, it was, I should reiterate, it was for the voting year round voter population in Dover.
Yeah,
For Dover and Wardsboro, it came out to, I think, $800 for a decent sized flyer mill. So I mean, you gotta just figure out who the population is that needs contact, but there is a huge chunk that we are missing contact with. And I think you and Ellis and Kendra all have this exceptional skill to reach out to people. And I want to see that. I want to see that. Get your clothes. As soon as you do, they're gonna come back.
There you go.
sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
But I mean, like you've done some pictures, I'd love to see even more. Like you just had like the line dancing, so successful.
Yeah,
I mean, that should be promoted. You should be like, look at what the Dover Free Library did this summer. Even just a picture, I'm sure they'd post a picture if people were willing to have their picture.
yeah,
Like every event that's happening, take a picture,
Mhm.
and submit it, see what we can get,
yeah,
Yeah, in other ways, like, letter to the editor, it could be us, or we could ask someone else to do it,
Mhm.
oh, this great event happened at the library, like any way we can get in there.
Yeah.
Community events, so articles, community events, photographs and ads.
Yeah.
I mean, drop a
So-
press release in an editor's lap, they freaking eat that stuff up. Because they just take the info that they need from it and pop it in an article and it's good to go.
Yep.
And those are easy to,
What about the commons? Do we ever try
Yeah.
using anything?
now that
reading
the
anything?
Commons owns the Deerfield Valley News, it'll be interesting to see what, like, the
Yeah.
Because they've been so like Newfane, Brattleboro,
Well,
I
Brattleboro
feel
for
like
sure.
yeah,
focus. We used to do more with them, but then it
John was
just-
very into using,
Yeah. But it was that area. but
yeah,
It's not really this area,
yeah,
Um, But I could be wrong. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, what,
Combined, maybe it will be pushed more here or it won't at all. Who
Yeah.
knows? Go either direction. Yeah,
Well, we received them, so,
yeah,
you know, they're right
Yeah.
outside the Eastover post office. all the
they're right out
time, so,
here
yeah,
too.
so why don't we utilize it,
Yeah,
you know?
All right, so the maintain, knowledge and follow through, we already touched on that. And then the last line item would be, board would like to know where certifications are kept and ensure that there are hard copies and staff files, which there may be, we just don't know.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
Ellis's is in his file.
As well as which certifications are required for staff. Just like, we want to be more knowledgeable on
Okay.
what we're supposed to be overseeing basically and what.
The only one who is required to be Vermont certified is me. And I was, but then I got my MLIS, which supersedes that. So,
Sure.
a library in the state of Vermont just needs to be run by somebody who is either certified by them or has an MLIS.
Okay.
So,
No,
Do you have to take credits or anything more? Or is it once you receive your degree?
you're,
Forever, you don't
yeah,
have to
there's
ever,
no
ever,
continuing end.
you
after
do not
college.
have to do any, okay.
Not for Vermont. I mean, they have been talking about changing their standards for as many years as I've been on board. And if
Okay.
they ever do, that might be part of it, but
yeah,
I don't even know where the state is with that. It's been literally like 13 years
yeah,
that I've
and
been
then
doing
Ellis
it.
has certification.
But Ellis is
Kendra's
certified
working on
and
it.
Kendra's working on it.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if I drop dead tomorrow, Ellis could step in and he's, looks like next semester he's gonna finish his master's.
Oh, wow.
So, he's like, I might hate my life for a semester,
Yeah.
but he's gonna try to push through and finish all his credits next
That's
semester. So, yeah. Yeah. He says he doesn't want my job for another few years.
you don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah.
All right, does anyone else have any further comments, questions, concerns? Do you have any comments, questions, concerns for us? Anything that you think you need more support in from us?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just, I'm very happy about the receipts and I would be happy if that continued because it does answer, like, if you go in and read them all before
Mhm.
the meeting, then it
Which-
answers some of the questions
And
too,
did mention that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
need to be better about that, I think,
Mhm.
before the meeting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
But who wants to do it after the meeting?
So I'm gonna sign this one and I'll pass it around for everyone else to sign.
Can we,
You wanna end the meeting?
can we end the meeting so I can go
Yeah.
take her
I
to?
have a question because we're gonna set the next meeting up.
Oh,
Yeah, that's,
We had proposed,
right.
it was for Veterans Day, which is
Yeah.
schools closed, so probably not a great idea.
Yeah, that's one of the days.
a week after, I'm totally fine with. I already requested the day off.
And
just in case.
I will not be here, but I'm okay. Oh, wait, no, which day are you looking at?
18th.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I'll be here.
Okay, that actually works better for me.
I think I have a doctor's appointment that day.
Well, what
But-
time?
30-ish.
You wanna do a 10 o'clock meeting?
yeah, we can change the time.
Yeah, you're not getting that.
Maybe 9 o'clock
Honey.
if you need. Yeah,
I tried going to Paris and that's not gonna be enough.
November 10th at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Would that
And
work for you?
that would be fine.
18th.
Okay,
I mean, we like to keep it more consistent, but.
yeah, we also need to be aware people have lives, so.
Yeah,
Well, considering this was
Does that work
made
for
a
you?
year ago.
Yeah,
listen, does 10 work for you?
Yeah, that's fine. I actually have a
I can do
doctor's
that.
appointment that day too, but it's at 8 in Bennington, so I should
Mm.
be
Mhm.
back here, no problem by then.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
I hope. That's why I get them early, so they're not running behind.
yeah,
We need to start it.
Yeah,
Oh, we
Ellison
can start.
and
yeah,
will be
Okay.
here,
yeah.
so,
As long as the computer's set up, then we can get started and your reports at the end, so.
Yeah.
you're okay. All right,
So I'd like to make a motion to end the meeting at 4:26 PM.
have a second.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
I.
Aye. Passes unanimously.